running here in the Four Corners Maiden. Right out to the lead is the Vault Legend Swamp Thing, followed by Good Gravy and Jackie Brown closely for third. Break of two, that's Mr. Mint Chestnut in fourth. Digging in, but it's all Pandora player with a half-length lead. Cheesy Hair is digging in, giving it all. She's got captain, but it's Cheesy Hair, and look out from the back. It's Bubba Kush at the wire, but not gonna get him. It's Pandora player over Bubba Kush and Cheesy Tortilla.
What's up, my fellow NFT collectors and horse racing fans? It's Saturday night, so it's time for Saturday Night at the Races. We got Knowz in the house. It's Happy Foes Day. We got his Happy Foes Day graphic. It's Saturday night. That means it's Foes Day. We got a lot going on for Foes Day, including the third time derby that's just about to start. What's up, Kobe Collects? What's up, Jeff? Thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to try to go through the horses real quick. These are the horses that earned enough points to be into the Derby race for this season. This is the big race, the main race, the grade one, the one we've been waiting for. Let's see which horses are in this one and which stables made it. I'm going to be shooting for this pretty soon. What's up, Dennis O'Connor? Good luck tonight if you're racing. What's up? What about Mo? I haven't heard from Mo yet. Are you there, Mo? Are you good?
Yo, yes sir. Just getting the troops rally, you know what I'm saying? Sending out some tweets, a little Discord DM action, you know what I mean?
Let's go. Mo's in the building. He knows what he's doing. All right, let me go through these horses. We got 1 minute and 7 seconds. We got Anastasia from the Always Strong Balthazar Mangers. We got what the higgity heck was, I have no idea what's happening. Oh, it's a bat cow. It's a Simon bat cow. I see what's going on there.
Oh, I thought we were having cow there. Didn't
Nobody told me. I didn't know Simon the bat cow was showing up today. Wasn't expecting that. We got Bad Books from Wolof the Bandito in this race. Wolof won the Derby last week. We got Hijo de Novia, YSM Racing Club, the #1 horse in points for this season. We got Perlina Talks Derby from Soulmate Stables. Ashley Hill from YSM Racing. Perlina Dances from Soulmate Stables. John Montague from Drop Stable. Shoney CEO from Drop Stable as well. Jackson from Balthazar Mangers. Laurel from YSM Racing. Oh, we're running out of time. I'm trying to get through them. Iyer from YSM Racing. Grenashi's Dancer from Pocono. Baron Da from YSM Racing. Makai Haridasam from Solanot Stable. I'm not going to make it. Good luck if you're in this race. Here we go.
Oh, I just realized my filter was on the whole time. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we did not get rugged this week here for the Derby. It's post time. And away they go here in the Simon Cowell third time Derby. And let me remove my mask. Oh, and where's my hat? I feel so naked. And just like that, Sharpen Up heads out to the lead along with Maserati's Bloom and Perlina Dances. And as Perlina Talks Derby back and forth, followed by McCavey Harrison. And John Montague's in sixth here early on as they get ready to pass the wire for the first time in this 10 furlong left turning affair on the dirt. Quarter mile and 24 and change, and just like that, it's Sharpen Up, who still holds the lead, and it's Maserati's Bloom now, who's halfway out on the track, and looking here to hold second early on, followed by Hivo de Noevi, a front runner here in the standings throughout the week. But as we move back to fourth spot now, it's Perlina Talks Derby and Perlina Dancers. If I had to guess, I'd say stablemates. And it's Apra Gina now, who moves up into sixth, advancing from the back of the pack. Half mile in the books, 48 and change, and just like that, just shaking him up, it's Maserati's Bloom now, who takes the lead over Perlina Talks Derby. And down on the rail, it's Hivo de Novia, back for third, followed by Perlina Dances. Perlina Dances now jockeying in between horses and tries to hold position up, but it's Sharpen Up, who now boasts up to the lead and moves up into fourth place. Make that third. And now we got some jockeying going on here in the back of the pack, as it's Bad Books who starts to advance as well. Hold your hats, folks. I don't have one on, but it's 3/4, 1 minute and 13 seconds. As we make our way into the far turn, it's Perlina Dancers now as the new leader. Perlina Dancers and Grenache's Dancer with a far move, aggressive on the outside. We'll see how that plays out, Cotton. But Apergina as well from the 17 hole and synchronized from the far, far outside. We hit the top of the turn and we're heading for home. It's Grenache's Dancer now who takes the lead. 200 meters to go and synchronized on the far outside, trying to advance. Synchronized now pokes the nose in front. Grenache's Dancer's back on the inside and takes it back, but it's synchronized is not going to be denied. And Grenache's Dancer, and yes, it's Grenache's Dancer taking it home here in the Derby over Synchronized and Bad Books.
Shout out and congratulations to Pocono and GVT Racing Stable gets the win in this
That was my hat.
season's third time Derby. Your hat's gone. I don't know what happened. I didn't know you were bald. I guess it makes sense though, right? And then second place was Wolof the Bandito, who won last week's Derby. Man, that was a close finish too. Last week it was a blowout by the winner, but this week we had a close finish. That's the way to do it in that Derby race. If you want to get into the Derby race, you can now try to get some qualifying points in these qualifier races leading up to next week's third time Derby, which will be next Saturday, of course. So if you start getting into these races, if you think you have horses that are strong enough to enter, then you can earn some of these points here by placing in the top 3. I'm not exactly sure how the points work. Maybe you get them for being in the top 5, but you can start getting into those. My kid is laughing at me because I don't know.
No.
Oh, he's laughing. What's up, True Stoner? Thanks for hanging out with us. What's up, Space Ben? What's up, Eric? Eric was talking about, did I sell my legendary Harley Quinn comic book? I did, and I bought a Bat Cow, so I'm part of the Bat Cow family with Mo and all the homies in the chat. Let's go. I'm excited about that. What's up, Green?
I don't have a Bat Cow. I have a Simon Cow. But
I mean, a cow is a cow. All right, and it is Foes Day, as you saw from Mo's Foes Day graphic, which means I haven't checked my stable yet, but some stuff has already happened. At the top of the hour, 2 minutes ago, my mare gave birth, so I get to find out if she gave birth to an S tier horse, hopefully an S plus horse, possibly an S minus horse, and now I can finally race my S plus horse Eka Mouse, which I'm super excited about. We got Florida Estate Makeover in the chat. What's up, Florida? Said usually in the top 4. Usually the show is top 4. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Might be right. You might get 4 points for this qualifying points for the third time Derby by getting to the top 4. Could be correct. Let's see what we got on this stable. See how my horse turned out. I like the black and red. Thank you, Dennis O'Connor. Yeah, it was a hard choice. There wasn't a whole lot to choose from. And we did
so mad I didn't buy that one. It was it like $4.79, that green and white with the long ears.
Oh, the one that got sold super fast. Yeah, I know you like.
Didn't really sell that fast. It was there for a while.
Oh, okay.
I was like, do I really want one of these? And I'm like, probably did, but I didn't buy it.
If it's Jets collars, though, man, that means you're just going to have a special meaning to you. You're going to want to hold it longer. That's what would have been nice about it. See, I had to be really picky because all of them were like either all white or all pink or purple. There was one that was like purple and black, but it still was a little too purple for me. But yeah, I went with the black and red because that's Louisville Cardinals
Louisville, yeah.
Yep. Gritty One says, congrats on the cow. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. And look at this. Congratulations on my S plus horse as well. We got another S plus foal from my horse Cheesy Hair. I've bred it with the same stallion 3 times now. I've gotten 1 S and 2 S pluses out of that match. I might have to go back for a 4th breed on that one if he's still available because I've already gotten 2 S pluses. And we're going to go ahead and try to find a race for Eka Mouse, my S plus horse that's finally able to race. My other horses are in races as well. It was tough to find races to get them in because they're all right dirt firm horses. And there was like no right dirt firm races going on between these 2 hours of 7 to 9. Florida Estate Makeover says we got a 6-pound filet mignon coming off the Traeger smoker and a few. Man, why you gotta make me hungry? That's not nice. Make me have to drink some coffee so I'm not hungry. I hear you though. That sounds delicious. Filet mignon. Isn't that like steak wrapped in bacon? Whew. All right, let me.
No, filet mignon is just the smaller, thicker part of the steak. It's actually my least favorite part of the steak.
Oh really?
Yeah, the filet.
Wrapped in bacon. What's that called? Is there something special where it's like steak wrapped in bacon and it has some special name?
I think it's called steak wrapped in bacon.
Well, I like it.
I love bacon, man. The steak and bacon are like my 2 favorite meals, but
if they are good ones. Florida State says, hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Alejandro's in the house. What's up, Alejandro? Hope you're in some races. I just found out I got another S plus tier foal. I didn't see if it was a male or a female though. Let me check real quick. This one is a male. So I got a male and a female S plus. These are going to be some beasts. And they have some decent star ratings too. And like some of my other S horses who only have like 1 star on right or 1 star on dirt. Both of my S pluses have some stars. So I'm liking that. We're going to try to put this horse into a race. Eka Mouse tonight. All right, let's be a little picky about what we put her in. I'd like to get into a maiden. We're looking for right dirt, firm if possible, but it doesn't have to be. Might just go ahead and put in, oop, that's 80%. Blue Ridge Restricted Stakes, so this bigger maiden race. There's probably going to be a lot of these 2-year-old horses in that bigger maiden race. We got a Degen Derby tonight at 10. So I got to pick between Blue Ridge or the bigger maiden. Would you, which one would you pick, Mo? It's my horse, my S plus tier horse that prefers firm, but it's a maiden, which is going to be probably soft, 80% chance of raining, compared to a restricted stakes, which would probably be harder to win, tougher competition, but it's got that 40% chance of rain, so I might get the firm surface.
Ooh, what restricted stakes race you looking at?
Blue Ridge. I don't see any actual restrictions. It's just called a restricted stakes.
I mean, for that horse, I'd probably go there
All right, let's do it. It's racing tonight,
over
right?
the maiden.
Oh, actually, that's 9:11. We wouldn't be able to watch that race. All right, let's go back. Let's run the maiden. It'll be
Yeah,
against,
run the maiden then.
It'll be against one of my own horses, but that's fine. All right, let me get back in there by going to find recommended races, and then that maiden will pop up.
It's a maiden.
Where'd it go? Oh no, I think it just filled up. Now I can't get into it. I waited too long. I might have missed my
Oh,
chance.
you got rugged.
Dang, rugged for sure. All right, let me see if I can.
Speaking of getting rugged, bro, you almost did this show by yourself. I almost retired today.
What?
I'm
What?
gonna let
What?
chat
What?
know.
What happened?
So, about a year ago, right when I got into crypto, I set up all my wallets. You know what I'm saying? I had in New York, it's very hard to get crypto, especially certain coins. Omi was one of them coins early on, and I had an account set up on Bitmart, right? And I bought Saitamu at the time, which was like a meme dog coin,
Yeah, I
during
remember
that
that one.
time. So I bought Saitama, right? And I use a site called CoinStats. And it takes all of my wallets and everything and through the APIs and allows me to combine my wallets. It's something that Paul Barron uses. And I use that to like look at my portfolio, right, as a whole. Dude, I logged in this morning and it tells me it was worth $96,000.
Wait, what?
But yeah, because apparently the Saitamu that I bought, there's another Saitamu that's related to this AI crap, and it's gone crazy. And dude, I thought I struck gold, man. I'm like freaking out trying to get into my account. Oh, dude, it was so crazy.
And it wasn't really
It
what you
turned out
thought
to
it
be the wrong
was?
coin.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it was worth like $9. I was
It's worth like
I don't
nine
know.
bucks. All right, guys,
I
it's
don't know.
time for the Star Spangled Allowance. Good luck if you're in this race. Here we go.
All right, horses are at the gate. It's post time. Seven horse field, locked and loaded. And they're rolling here in the Star Spangled Allowance. 0-0 got the better of it here early on and breaks to the lead. Alongside him, that's White River and Arizona Awestruck on the outside. Back for fourth, that's Santini early on, followed by Molly and Shakas in sixth here early on, carrying 1 pound as they make their way into the clubhouse turn. In this 11 furlong right turning affair on the turf, track is sloppy, racing is good. Hit that like button, by the way, chat. As 0-0 now takes the field into the first turn, and it's White River now on the outside, about 2 lengths of makeup, and Santini cuts horses early on to take lead of their own. And just like that, it's Santini now who's got to share the lead, now challenged by White River on the outside. And it's White River goes by as we pass the wire for the first time. Everybody wave to White River. Leads here by 2 over Arizona Awestruck. Now it's Santini who gets going here and now takes over to the rail and stalks the pace here, but about 3 lengths off the leader. Shaka down far at the rails, carrying 1 pound again, and Arizona Awestruck in fourth. And 0-0, your one-time leaders now drop back into fifth. And it's Molly in sixth with about 10 make up. 3/4 in the books, 1 minute 14 seconds. White River still shows the way. And it's Shaka who starts to advance down at the rail. Arizona Awestruck down on the outside, also advancing here as they make their way down the backstretch. It's White River now as competition, though. Thought it was going to be a walk in the park, but White River now challenged, and just like that, Arizona Awestruck might have tapped on the brakes here. Bad step for Arizona Awestruck as White River carries on and kicks clear by 3. White River now by 3 over Santini, who charges up on the inside for second. Then comes Arizona Awestruck, followed by 0-0, and Shaka's in fifth here. As we make our way off the turn and head for home, it's White River by 2. Santini trying to catch him here, looking for their best stride late. But it's White River in the lead. Santini looking to chase him down into the final 100. We've passed the 8th pole. White River cannot hold on. And it's Santini taking one home. Santini takes the win over White River and 0-0 for third.
Shout out to Coolmore Stables. I don't know if I've seen that stable name before. That was a good finish there. Came from behind. Santini gets the win. What's up, Pixel Pudding in the chat? I haven't started winning yet, but I just found out that one of my horses I bred was really good. So kinda, yeah, I'm winning so far. So far, it's been a good day on Photo Finish Live. What's up, VV Arcades in the chat? Florida Estate Makeovers trying to get me to eat some duck meat. I mean, I've heard of people eating duck meat, but I've never really thought that I would want to try that myself. I don't know, if a bunch of people told me it was really good, I could probably be talked into it, I'll be honest. But I haven't done it before. I'm still stuck on when I ate frog legs and I thought it was actual frog, and now they tell me it's chicken, and it just blew my mind. Alright, we got a while before our next race, but we can go ahead and bet on this Honeycrisp handicap. We got plenty of time to do that. Let's go back and...
Is that the wildest thing you've ever eaten? Frog legs?
Well, I mean, there was this one time when I was in anthropology class and like honors middle school science or something, and when we were out there, they put together some kind of food with a bunch of bugs where you had to, they dared us to eat it, and I was the only one who would do it, and I ate it. Tasted fine, so I ate a spoonful of bugs. That was probably the worst.
Damn. Okay.
Why, you got better?
No, no, no. I am a very, very picky eater. I don't eat anything outside of like traditional burgers, steaks, chicken. I don't eat fish. I don't eat seafood. Yeah, I'm very, very picky. Very, very limited.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm kind of the same way. Pixel Pudding says, I want to try to getting into this one. I've sunk a lot into Zed a few months back and started a breeding stable there. Let's go. Yeah, I used to play a lot of Zed Run too. I kind of gave up on it. I ended up, as I always tell the stream during these streams, that I gave up on Zed and sold all my or traded all my horses for a Cleopatra and a Prize Givenchy back when they were worth a lot too. But I got into this game because this one I like a lot more and I can kind of understand it better. Zed was a little out there. But this one, it's in the beta version. It's on the Solana blockchain. And since it's in the beta version, we get a chance to understand how the game works and do a little testing with breeding before it goes live and we're actually playing for money. Joseph Connor says, I think he was telling a dad joke. Oh, my bad. Well, he was telling a dad joke, but I think he really wanted me to eat some duck. My dogs get duck feet as a treat. Oh, okay. I guess his dogs eat the duck. Yeah, I did eat some bugs. Jeff's leaving because I ate bugs. Look, I was in middle school. I'm sorry that it happened. But I have to say, nobody else would do it. And I wanted to be the dude that impressed the girls because they were going to be like, oh, he'll eat some bugs. I thought that would impress girls for some reason. I guess it probably doesn't now that I think about it. All right, let's pick
Yeah,
up.
you probably should have thought that one through a little bit.
Back then, in my mind, that was going to get me all the girls. It never did score me any chicks, actually, now that I think back to it. All right, this is a left turf sloppy track, so I'm going to be looking for a horse to bet on. I only got 2 minutes here. We got Ben Spaced in here. I'm looking for these soft horses. Ben Spaced has one. Elder Racing has this cheesy marinade. Lots of A pluses in here and A's. Smoking Chiba. We know we like that one. We saw that one racing last night. Revere Ranch has got a horse in here. Sunflower. Dan K's got a horse in here. Silver Lay. Lots of horses with soft preferences. We got some S minuses, but you can see Dan K's S minus is carrying 4 extra pounds there. Butter Nutter is carrying 2 pounds. The Lawn's got a pound. Smoking Chiba's carrying 3 pounds of Chiba. He's not going to get through airport security with that. I'm going with Rough Jim. Only carrying 1 pound. It's the homie Ben Space.
Are you fat shaming a horse right now? Is that
no?
Is that what's happening?
They're carrying extra weight, but it's not like it's belly weight. That's like some stuff they strap on their back, right?
Wow.
I would never.
That's the world we live in now, chat. My co-host is out here fat shaming your horses. All right.
Especially not Philly. I know better. I'd get canceled. All right, I'm putting 500 across the board. Win Placer show on Rough Jim on this coming up Honeycrisp's handicap race. I got my horses in a bunch of races tonight. A couple of them will be after we stream, but several of them will be during the stream. Oh, it was a dad joke. Sorry. Sometimes jokes fly over my head. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm in this bigger maiden. I got a couple horses in that, and I think is this the one where I got one of my better horses? No, just Pale Arrow, nobody special. We're gonna see. I got Eka Mouse. I went ahead and put Eka Mouse in a race, and I couldn't find a race for her perfect preferences that would race during the stream, so I put her in a right turf firm race instead of a right dirt race. So she might not win. I don't know. Maybe she'll pull through. Maybe she's strong enough to overcome that little disadvantage there. Like I was talking about earlier, now that my mare Cheesy Hair has given birth to another baby, I need to impregnate her again. So what I would want to do is go into here and pick out a good mate for Cheesy Hair.
Also a good meat if you really want to
Come on now.
put down the brass taxes. You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't mean it that way at all. Let me click.
Close your eyes, chat. There's gonna be some mating happening, by the way.
Keep in mind the preferences when you do this. You're probably going to want to breed your horse with the same preferences, unless you're trying to do some testing and maybe you're trying to change your horse's preferences or add or take away stars for some reason. I'm looking for a horse that's right dirt firm, and I'm looking for the same horse that I bred with the last 3 times because I've gotten 2 S+ horses. So once I go in here and click breed, I'm in the stud market. These are all the stallions that have retired and their owners have put them up available for other stables to breed with them. And it looks like this is my horse right here, Teravangian. That's the one I've been getting S+'s out of. I'm going to stick with him, right dirt firm. I don't know. Maybe I should switch it up. I don't know. 2 S+'s. I can't hope for much more than that. I think we'll go with the Teravangian again for the 4th time in a row. They make a good pair. And it's only 40,000 too. Last time I think he was like 100,000. He was a little expensive. Let's do it. We're impregnated. We're good to go. Cheesy Hair.
Dude, I went back last night and I was watching the stream.
Yeah.
Yo, your reaction during the cock race, bro, that shit had me rolling.
I mean, just the way you said it, dude, I couldn't even bring myself together. It didn't hit me too until right until it was time for me to start talking. And we were like, one last time you said "cock," and I was like, it's over. I can't hold it together.
I don't get to take any of that in like during the race calls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. But I always go back like after the fact to kind of clip things and highlight stuff or whatever. But
you had me going with that one for sure. You had the chat going too. Let's check out what the requirements were for this handicap race we're about to watch in 8 minutes. Oh, the only requirement is that the horses were age 3 or older. So why are some of them carrying extra weight? Mo, how does that weight determined? Does that
well, because it's also a handicap stake. So a handicap stake is going to even the playing field through weighting of the horses usually based on the tier of the horse. So S+'s will normally carry more weight than like an A or an A-, whatever lowest rated horses.
Well, see, I see some A+'s here that are carrying 2, and another A+ is carrying 3. I see a Lee Hill A carrying 1, and an A down here carrying 0 pounds. What's the difference between those horses?
So go up to in the handicap stake, right? It should, well, it's pretty vague actually. It just says weights the horses to create an even playing field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll say like in a handicap race, horses of different classes compete while carrying different amounts of weight. Weight slows horses down. The handicapper attempts to add enough weight to make a roughly even playing field. So again, I mean, that could be based... Early on, I felt like it was really just based on like the horse, rating itself. But maybe now, again, they are fine-tuning things and adding different, restrictions. So maybe they're going into the stats. Maybe they're going into the preferences. I'm not 100% on that.
I see a little bit difference on wins. Some of the horses that are carrying like 1 extra pound have more wins than the horses that are the same tier as them. But are carrying 1 less pound, so maybe that has something to do with it as well. But they should probably put all that information out there for you.
Well, they normally do on the allowance. It'll say, if less than 2 wins, allowed 2 pounds.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's actually kind of an anomaly for the handicap stake because normally I don't see that. But they make changes. They've made a lot of changes this week, and I've been busy losing my mind.
What's going on in your stable for Foes Day? You got any new horses being bred?
I gotta look. I got my new babies that came out. They're okay.
Just okay?
I'd like, yeah, I don't know. I gotta reevaluate some of my breeding decisions here, but yeah, I got an A horse with like 2.5, 2.2. So that'll probably be like my top runner. Yeah, I got like another one this week. That's 2.5. 2.5.
Ooh, nice.
But I gotta wait 2 weeks for that one.
When he says two
Yeah,
and a
but I
half, he's
got
talking about these preferences right here. Like you got 2.5 on right dirt, and then this would be a 2.5, a 2, and a 1.5.
yeah.
Just letting the chat know.
And also, we didn't really talk about it last night, but there's filters now, and you can actually save filters. So if you want to have like, you go into your filters, and then at the top, you can actually type in a name. Well, first hit save filter at the bottom, and it'll allow you to type in a name here for a filter. So you can have like a foals, only your babies show up, and you can have like a racing filter, so only your horses that are ready to race will show up.
Yeah, so you can just check out your females if you're trying to figure out what your capacity to breed is. You can see I got 4 females here, but only one of them is retired. I think I'm going to end up retiring Harley Quinn after tonight's race and breed her. How long do I have to pick a mate for Harley Quinn? Isn't there only a few days to breed?
Yeah, Wednesday morning. So ideally, you could race Harley Quinn up until like Tuesday night, and then retire it and breed it, and you'll be fine.
Gotcha. Nice. Awesome. All right, let's check out this next race. The Honeycrisp Handicap coming up in 4 minutes. Let's see who's in this one. I think we already went through these. Oh, nope, we did not. We got Cheesy Marinade from Elder Racing. Rough Jim is the horse that I put my 500 across the board on from Ben Space Stables. We got Grifta Carpet Shark from Dogs of Anarchy. We saw that Dogs of Anarchy's in the chat. Good luck, Dennis O'Connor, on this race. We got Kitchen Nightmare from Grape Syndicate. Lee Hill from OEB Racing. Smoking Chiba from New York Digital. Silverlay from Dane K. Alpha Beta from New York Digital. I think we watched Alpha Beta win a race last night. Then you got Sunflower from Revere Ranch. Hannibals from OEB Racing. Caravan from Dane K as well. The Lawn from OEB Racing. Butternutter from McPickle Farms. And Lesser Polition from Grape Syndicate. Got some good horse names in this one too. Should be a good race. Peaceful Spirits, what's up, my man? Thanks for hanging out with us. Says Digital Horse Racing. How did I find this? I've officially seen it all. This is the first time you've seen Digital Horse Racing. It's been around for a while, but this is a newer platform with a little bit better graphics, a little bit better experience, and then some of the older digital racing that has already existed. Alejandro says, congrats on the back cow purchase. Thank you, my man. I got it pulled up here if you want to see what my back cow looks like. I almost went ahead and paid about $45 extra to get this one that was all white because it had matching colors, and I thought maybe that would have extra value, but then I was like, if it's a back cow, it probably should be black. It needs to be a black back cow. Can't find any of them that are all black unless you're trying to pay $1,000. But I got one with a little bit of a red visor. It's called Robin Red, so it's got a little bit of a homage to to Robin. And speaking of cows, we got the head cow, Simon Bat Cow. That's what I'm going to call him.
Yeah, I don't know, Vault. I didn't like it.
Of course not. You never did.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, really? Interesting. Surprise, surprise. Apparently Simon approves of my cow. What's up, Dr. Strange in the building? Let's go. We got some good races tonight. I got most of my horses in races. We're going to get to see Ika Mouse race for the first time. And I need to start thinking of a good name for my new S Plus horse. I got a new S Plus horse, and I got to come up with a good name for it. I wanted to get a filly because I have a good name for a filly, and it's this song that's been stuck in my head for like 4 days now. I was going to name my filly Fergalicious. I don't know if you ever heard of the Fergalicious song, but man, it's been stuck in my head. It won't go away. And you know, sometimes when a song's stuck in your head, you'll be walking around the house and you'll sing a part of it as it's in your head. So every once in a while, we walk around saying dumb stuff like, I'll put your boy on rock, and my kids look at me like, what are you talking about, Dad? But it's the jam. It is a good song, but once it gets stuck in there, you can't get it out.
I've had the same song stuck in my head for like 5 years now, and it just will not go away.
And what is it?
It's that damn whistling from that Selena Gomez song, Kill 'Em With Kindness.
I don't think I know that. I don't think I want to know that.
Oh, yeah, you might not, dude. Because I like to whistle, dude. It's like the catchiest whistling in the intro, dude.
Ooh, yeah.
And oh my, it's like 5 years later, I'm constantly just driving around, walking around, just whistling that.
Man, I've been trying to listen to other music to get that song out of my head, to get something else in my head, but it won't work. I even put on some Opa Gangnam Style. Usually that'll take over for a week or so, but no, not this time. It's Fergalicious has got me. All right, guys, we got the Honeycrisp Handicap race is going to be coming up next. I got it all set up and ready to go. It looks like it's going to be a sloppy track, so it's raining, y'all. 6 furlongs, so it's pretty much a sprint race. And we got a lot of A pluses, A's, and S minuses in this race. No S tier horses, no S plus horses. So really, it's anybody's race. It's a handicap. Some of them are carrying extra weight, and we got our money on the 2-horse Rough Gem from Bin Spaced Stables. All right, guys, keep in mind today that none of the advice you hear on the stream is financial advice. And if you're betting on the races, to always bet responsibly.
That's right.
All right, guys. Good luck if you're in this race. It's race time.
Alrighty, horses are at the gate. It's post time here on Photo Finish Live. "14 horses locked and loaded. And they're off in the Honeycrisp Handicap. And it's Layhill who darts out to lead along with Caravan and The Lawn on the extreme outside. And back in between horses, that's Alpha Beta who got a well in fourth, followed by Lesser Politician and Kitchen Knight Murs in sixth here early on. Only about 5 to make up as they make their way down the backstretch here in this 6-furlong left-turning affair. Opening quarter in the books, 23 and change. And it's Layhill shows the way by 3. And back that's Griff Carpet Shark and Lesser Politician. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but it's Cheesy Marinade. Any Italian can spell that one out. It's Cheesy Marinade now, who advances up from the back of the pack, and now is in fifth here as he taps on the brakes, cut off by The Lawn, who's also advancing here well. As they make their way off the turn here, half miles done, 46, they are flying. Shake 'em up and head for home. It's Layhill, still holds by 3. Grip the Carpet Shark, not today. The Lawn also looking for their best run here on the outside and taking a shot, but it's Layhill looking to hold on. Cheesy Marinade, preheat the oven because it's Cheesy Marinade taking this one over Layhill and Rough Gem. 152, my birth time, order of finish.
Shout out to Elder Racing gets the win there with Cheesy Marinade. Mo knows his birth time. Is that like the hour and minute that you were born that day?
It is. I play 152. My mother plays 152 and yeah.
Interesting. Nice. Okay, yeah, I don't know what time I was born. I think I need to figure it out though, because maybe that would lead me to some good bets. Apparently, he uses that to bet on these races. Interesting. All right, we got the Appalachian Maiden. We got a 12-furlong maiden race coming up next in about 6.5 minutes. We're gonna check out to see which horses are in that race before it begins. But while we have a chance, let's put a bet in on this Rose Rock Handicap race coming up, and I think I got at least one horse in this race. Let's check it out. We got the Top G in this race. Top G has not been performing well. That's why he's in the... Oh, I thought it was a maiden race. It's a handicap race. We'll see if he's carrying any extra weight. He probably is, since he's an S-tier horse, so he probably has no chance. Let's take a look at
Top G has a lot of legal headaches right now. So
Top G is, yeah, he's struggling. No wonder he's running slow. What's up, Big A in the house? I didn't get the notifications. People tell me they don't get the notifications for some reason. I got to get a hold of YouTube. When's YouTube doing their next AMA? Sorry about that, Big A. I'm glad to see that you are here. We still got lots of racing ahead. We got this race that we're going to try to bet on real quick. We got 4 minutes to pick a horse. The conditions here are soft, and the preferences are right and dirt. So let's check it out. Looks like we got a lot of firm horses in this race. Nothing but firm horses in this race. It's a right dirt, soft race. So I might be looking for a horse with less stars on this firm preference. Ricky Ike from Revere Ranch has a 1.5. And then we got Rinsed Out Racing, Take Me to the Top, with 1 star on firm, but no stars on dirt or right. I don't like that, honestly. Might be liking Ricky Ike on this one. He's carrying 2 extra pounds. And then Top G, he's the S-tier horse, but he's carrying 6 pounds. And he's got 2.5 stars on firm. So even though it's my horse, it is not my favorite horse. So we're not going to bet on that horse. We're going to bet on Ricky Ike. I like Ricky Ike on this one. 500 across the board. I like to bet win, place, or show so that you win, whether they come in first, second, or third. But of course, you only win if there's enough money in this wager pool, which means other people have to bet as well. So get in there and pick a horse that you think might win this race and put a couple bucks on it. It's not real money.
Got some late breaking news here.
Uh-oh, what's this?
Rickety John has been entered for the Grade 1 race at 8:59. p.m.
Ooh, yeah. We usually finish Saturday nights off with a Grade One race. That's usually the last race of the night, so that's gonna be a good one. I wonder. I don't think I'm in that one. No, I'm not putting my horses in Grade Ones yet, but I did put Joker, my star horse right now. If you guys haven't seen my Joker horse, 4 races, 3 wins, 1 second place. I put him in a grade, I think grade 3 or a grade 2 race for tonight. It's gonna be after the stream though, so we won't be able to watch it or hear Mo call it, but I had to be picky about what race I put him in. I don't want him taking any more seconds. First only for that horse. First
Maybe I'll
place.
call it and record it, and then if he wins,
Yeah,
I'll post it.
please do. Let me see exactly what time that race is. I think it's like right about 30 minutes after we go off. No, 9:02. No, that's not the right one.
90210.
No, it's 9:59. So it's an hour after. It's a grade 3, the Harmony Cup. Yes, that's the one. I might stay up for that one. I might have to stay up and see how Joker runs that one. All right, guys, we got the Appalachian Maiden Race coming up next. Probably going to be a bunch of these new horses in this one. There's a few. Let's check it out. Let's see who's in this. We got Cheesy Pencil, Dane K's horse that we always see race every time we go live. Cheesy Pencil 2 is back for another attempt at getting in the money. We got River Song from Steads of Shaolin. We got Fellini from OEB Racing, War Begun from Secretariat Stables, Stamford Road from OEB Racing, Space Cheese from the homie Ben Spaced. We got Aromatic from OEB Racing, Artie Novena from the homie Dogs of Anarchy, and then Dane K's, another one of our favorites, Mushy Peas. Dane K has some cool horses. They don't ever win or anything, but they're fun to watch. Get your bets in, guys. I don't think we bet on this one. Looks like some other people have their bets in, though. Several bets. So whoever picked correctly, as long as it's 6, 7, or 8, might actually come out with a little bit of money on this one.
Ooh, let's go, baby. Niners up 41 to 23.
The Niners are up.
Yeah, let's go, baby. That's my squad.
Nice. Let's go. Wait, San Francisco's your squad? Interesting.
I so before I'm a Jets fan because I live in New York, obviously,
Of course.
But growing up, I wasn't into football. Like my dad wasn't a football guy. But the first like exposure I ever had to the NFL was Joe Montana, Bill Walsh, and the 49ers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, my name being Joe, I was like, oh, I want to be Joe Cool. You know what I'm saying? I was slinging a rock around. I had the Niners jersey, all that stuff, right?
Yep.
As I got older and I started to get more into football in my teens, that's kind of when I became started following the Jets more. And I like the colors green and white. But yeah, I don't know, man. At my heart of hearts, dude, I always something with the Niners, and I lived there for like 6 years. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I was the same way when I was younger. It was the 49ers was the big team, Montana and Rice. And I started to be a 49ers fan like everybody else. And then one day when I was young, I was like, everybody's a 49ers team fan. I got to pick a different team. And I kind of was randomly, whatever team was on and winning at that time. And it just happened to be the Kansas City Chiefs. And I was like, I just randomly, like, that's my team. And then from then on out, Kansas City Chiefs was my team. When I got to college and I noticed all the people, all my friends were Colts fans because we live in Indiana, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Maybe I should have been a Colts fan all this time. So the Colts and the Chiefs are always my 2 favorite teams. Dr. Strange says, Al Toon, let's go. He knows what's up.
oh yeah. Plus, when you're a Jets fan, right? I mean, unless you were alive in 1969, which most Jets fans aren't, you have to have another team because our season's normally over by like mid-November, early December. So not too often that we have
They've
an
been getting
opportunity to
better.
really go on a playoff run.
They've been getting better. Dr. Strange knows what's up. Christian Okoye was definitely one of the main guys whenever I was a Chiefs fan. And then, man, I got really hyped that year that the Chiefs brought on Joe Montana, and Marcus Allen on the same year. I was like, this is the super
Mm.
team. This is the dream team. Nobody is ever going to stop them. Of course, by then they were both like 40 years old, so they got their butts kicked. But, man,
What
I
was his
was
name?
pumped.
Nigerian Nightmare.
The Nigerian Nightmare, Yep, that's the Christian Okoye, and he was a killer on Super Tecmo Bowl. All right, it's
Oh
race
yeah.
time, y'all. Good luck if you're in this race.
Alrighty, horses are at the gate. It's post time here on Photo Finish Live, Night at the Races, Saturday night edition. They're in the gate. And away they go. Good start for all participants. Fellini got the better of it from the inside and heads out to lead along with Artie Novena. Then comes Space Cheese alongside River Song down at the rail, and it's Aromatic in fifth here and Mushy Peas in sixth early on as they make their way down the backstretch here for the first time. 12 furlongs here, left turning on the turf. Sorry, lost my feed there for a moment, but we're back. Opening quarter and 25 to change. They're in no rush. As they head into the turn here, it's Fellini who opens up by two. And it's Artie Novena who just trots along here in second. What a stalking trip. Then it's River Song down at the rail, tucked in like a baby bird. Then it's a break of three. That's Space Cheese in fourth. Then comes Mushy Peas now, who advances up a little bit to get into fifth. And Aromatic is your new trailer here, running in sixth. Half mile in the books as they pass the wire here for the first time. Everybody wave to your leader. It's Fellini. Fellini Alfredo opens up by two as they pass the wire here, and it's River Song who trots along here in second. And on the outside shoulder, that's Space Cheese in third, followed by Artie Novena in fourth. No change there as these four continue to run along here. And it's Aromatic now who starts to pick up the pace and moves up into fifth. And War Begun now is your new name here on the board. As we got three quarters here as they make their way into the backstretch one more time. And it's River Song now as your new leader as he snuck up the rail when we weren't looking and takes the lead. And now it's River Song, your new leader here, who leads the way over Space Cheese. And Fellini now is dropping back here in the middle of the pack, but still running along here in third. And down on the rail, it's War Begun. War has begun as he starts to pick up the pace here and closes the gap with every stride. But it's Space Cheese on the outside has other things in mind. As Space Cheese now at 2-1 has taken the lead, along with War Begun on the outside of River Song, who taps on the brakes. And it's River Song now who slides on back in the third in front of a trotting Aromatic. And now it's Aromatic who starts to close also from the back of the pack and looking for room. But it's 200 meters to go, and just like that, they're heading for home. It's War Begun. War Begun now opens up by two. River Song down at the rail with one last attempt, but it's going to be War Begun. War Begun takes it home over River Song and Aromatic 427. Which happens to be the first three numbers of my grandmother's phone number from when I was a child.
Nobody
Isn't it crazy
cares,
how you
though.
could always
Nobody
put something
cares.
into that?
I guess, yeah, that's why it doesn't really matter because you can always put something with any numbers. Shout out to Secretariat Stables gets the victory there. Congratulations over OEB with War Begun. All right, let's check out the next race. And I also wanted to address what Doc Strange was talking about, how to breed your horses. Oh, we got another race starting in about 28 seconds. So, all right, give me a minute after this race. After this race, Doc, we'll get into exactly how to breed your horses. Just remember that the horses have to be retired to breed them. So horses that are racing can't be bred. You have to retire them, and then they're eligible to be bred. All right, guys, race time once again. Good luck.
Oh, Photo Finish Lad decided to retweet us this week. Thank you. How nice of you. All right, it's race time.
All right, horses are at the gate. $12 field. And they're off here in the DGen Money Maiden. Race 2. And it's Muswell Hillbilly from the inside along with Kiss My Asagoo. As Kiss My Asagoo now shoots up to the lead. And it's Oreo Blast back in third, followed by Riggy Mortis, also showing good early speed in fourth. And it's Bentriz Pin here in fifth, and Fin de Fury in sixth. Only about 4 lengths off the leader though as they make their way into the clubhouse turn. Opening quarter in 24 change as we head 8 furlongs here, left turning on the turf. Track is soft and racing is good. And it's Kiss My Asagoo. As Kiss My Asagoo is now showing the way here over Muswell Hillbilly. And it's Muswell Hillbilly with a 2-length lead over Rigor Mortis on the far outside. And Rigor Mortis here found some traffic as drops off the board as Rococo now moves up into third alongside a progressing Oreo Blast. And it's Kiss My Asagoo now, who also is starting to slide back here along with Saxoness. And it's Saxoness from the back of the pack, moves up into fourth, along with Muswell Hillbilly down at the rail. But it's Oreo Blast now, is your new leader here, who found some light at the end of the tunnel, and it's Oreo Blast now, who shows here by a half length over El Gran Senor, and El Gran Senor wants a piece of the action, along with Degenerate, as Degenerate cuts the corner and they hit for home. 3/4 in the books, and it's Degenerate who shows the way. It's Degenerate now by a half length over Rococo, who's fighting here to find room in between horses. El Gran Center on the outside. El Gran Center looking to grab this here into the final moments, and yes, it's going to be El Gran Censor taking it home over Degenerate and Ventry's pin.
Shout out to OEB Racing Stables gets the win right there with El
Just
Gran
realized it's Senor, not Censor.
Senor. I know, I wanted to correct you, but I guess you beat yourself to it. Darn it. Yeah, it's El Gran Senor. No, what's it called?
I was calling him Center. I thought it was Center, but I was just looking at it quickly.
And then Degenerate from D Stables gets second place. All right, let's talk about breeding a little bit. Let's get the next race set up. We only got 2.5 minutes. The races are going quick. We had a little break there, and now we got several in a row. But what you need to know about, excuse me, about breeding, like you were talking about Doc Strange, some of your horses says can race in 2 seasons, like this one right here. And that's because this one was just bred 41 minutes ago. So it's Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is for the beta version only. We'll talk about the paid version in a second. So for the beta version at 7 p.m. every Saturday Eastern Standard Time, that's the end of a season. So each season, your horse would get closer to being able to race. So like Eka Mouse, it said 2 weeks ago can race in 2 seasons. Then last week it changed to can race in 1 season, and then today it finally changed to where it can race now. So if you have a horse that is retired and it's a mare, then you can breed it, and then you'll get the pregnant horse, and then a season later, a week later, you'll get the foal. You'll get the baby, and then it'll race in 2 weeks. But if you have a stallion that is retired and you want to breed it, you can just put it on the block to breed. So if I want to breed this horse out, I can put it out to stud and put it in the stud farm and ask for a certain amount of price, and then maybe people that want to breed with that horse can. But I don't get the baby for it. All I get is the money for it. So if you want to build your stable, you need female horses so that you get the babies, and that's why the female horses are more expensive. Let me know if you have any
We
other
get to
questions.
celebrate Foals
I'll fill you in.
Day.
It's Foes Day. It's Saturday. You can tell Mo's excited. It's Foes Day. Ronnie Light's in the house. What's up, Ronnie Lights? I'm about to go eat soon here, but wanted to stop in and say hi. Thank you, my man, for hanging out with us. If you're interested in getting into this, today is a good day to get onto the marketplace because it's Foes Day. You got a couple of S tiers right here already on the marketplace. You're probably going to see some good deals on the market. People are going to be looking for fillies. People are going to be putting out horses that they bred and they don't want to race because they have too many of them. And you might be able to scoop some up. Here's another S tier, but that's $1 million, so I wouldn't worry about that. But whenever you sign up for an account, you get a certain amount of Derby, which is the free currency that you use to buy horses and to get into races. All right, we got 10 seconds. All right, guys, it's time for the Rose Rock Handicap. I'm in this race. I got my horse Top G in this one. We bet on Ricky Ike. Good luck if you're in it. Here we go.
Also, real quick, I think it's funny that hashtag Foals Day has been catching on the past couple weeks. So if anybody wants to get on Twitter, if we can get that trending, that would be hilarious. But you know,
All right, it's race time here. They're online. And they're rolling here in the Rose Rock Handicap. And it's I Know Foe who got the better of it here early on in front of Top J in his Bugatti and MTF Jamerson. And back for fourth early on here, that's Ricky H. and Clario in fifth. And Take Me to the Top is in sixth here early on as they make their way into the opening turn in this 9 furlong right turning affair here on the dirt. Opening quarter in the books, 24 and change, and it's I Know Foe carrying that 1 pound, continues to show the way here. Leads the way by 2 over Clario down at the rail. That's another break of 2. That's Costino, who's joined here on the outside by Rogues Lady Neo and Ricky H. And it's Ricky H now who's dropping into the back of the pack along with Light Switch as they all chase this leader here down to the back stretch. It's I Know Foe with no one around him here, easy going here. And it's Clario who starts to challenge on the outside. And it's Ricky H moves up from the back to take third here, carrying that extra pound. And it's MTF Jameson on the far, far outside, trying to keep up with the early pack here at 2-1. I Know Foe, though, still coasting along here, but it's got a challenger on the outside, only a half-length lead now. Clario on the outside as he starts to pull up, as we run 3/4 here in 1 minute and 14 seconds, and I know Foal is still looking for a challenger here. We thought it was Clario, but it looks like Clario might be calling it a day. And it's MTF Jameson who's showing the best run here late. And it's I know Foal. Insert coin. Here comes new challenger. Top of the stretch. We're heading for home. It's I know Foal. And I know Foal is dropping back into second as MTF Jameson runs him down from the middle of the lane. And it's MTF Jameson down to the final 100. MTF Jameson now. No one else coming. It's I know Foal is the only one around, but it's MTF Jameson taking it over I know Foal and Rose Lady Neo.
MTF Jamerson gets the win on that one from a stable that I haven't seen before. Let me wait till that pops back up so I can read the name of that stable. And just a second. It was Eisenhart Stable. Shout out to Eisenhart Stables gets the win. And then Solonaut Stables takes second. And Caspian Stables gets third with Rogues Ladies Neo. If we have time, we might go back and look at a little bit of a post-race analysis on this and find out why the horse that we bet on did so poorly, and why the horse that won did win. Doc Strange was asking about breeding with your own horses. We were talking about this the other day with Mo, and some people on the game probably want in-house breeding. That's what they would call it, where you could, if you had a pair that you wanted to breed, you could only breed with the stallion and nobody else could. And the problem with that, as Mo was explaining, is that if somebody was to get a bloodline that was way ahead of everybody else, then nobody would be able to catch up because they couldn't breed within that bloodline. So then they would be able to kind of monopolize the superior bloodline, which some people think maybe that's a good thing. If they earn that superior bloodline, maybe they should be able to monopolize that by having it in-house breeding. But Zed Run did the same thing where you couldn't have in-house breeding, so nobody could monopolize those top bloodlines. What do you think, Mo? Where do you stand on the controversy?
I mean, I'm my own worst enemy. I always play devil's advocate, because I can make an argument for both sides that makes sense.
Sure.
And I think the flip side is you kind of touched on a little bit, is that, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you have the top of the top, right, like, you really shouldn't be obligated to put it out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you know, like the creamer that I put in my coffee, I keep it in my refrigerator, right? Because when I want my cream, I go to my refrigerator. I don't leave it on the front porch or stoop, whatever you guys call them. You know,
Right.
everyone can just come by and use my creamer, right? That just kind of makes no sense. You really should have it where, I guess, if you breed internally, you know.
So Mo feels like you should have it where it could be in-house breeding, but yeah,
No,
like,
because I'm convincing myself otherwise as I'm saying it. I'm so torn on it, man. 'Cause, like, I understand the argument for both. I really do.
I mean, when you get to the live playing and we're playing for money, if you got one guy that's winning every race with all of his horses, that's a problem. Nobody
I
would
feel
get,
like I'm biased because I'm never gonna own an S or an S minus horse. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. You might. I'm sure you probably will, Mo. I want to be
Not a
surprised. You'd be able
ticket.
to
No,
breed
not
up
a
to it.
ticket.
Oh, maybe not a ticket. The tickets are expensive.
But that's what I mean, right? So that's where the top of the top's going to come from early on. So if you don't really own that, right, you should probably hope that the horses have to go on the public market.
Yeah, I mean, I
You
want to be
know,
able to breed with them. That's how I was able to get to an S plus tier horse, because I was able to breed with those S pluses that were on the males that were in the stud farm. I don't have any S pluses to breed with, but since I was able to breed my S that I did have with an S plus, then I was able to get another S plus that I can breed with in the future. Fully says we will
right?
get there. So maybe they are planning on having in-house breeding only, even
I
though.
don't know. They
Does the community like that, or do they not like that? I kind of wonder.
it's a very hot topic, man.
Figured it would be. I figured that would be a hot topic because I can see both sides of the argument, like you said.
I mean, they have it in writing. They have it in writing in the roadmap and on the white paper that it will be public breeding. And I think like last May, somebody in the Discord kind of sidetracked it or backstepped it a little bit,
Ooh,
and someone screenshotted it. I saw it a while back when I first joined. So I don't know. It might be something that they're contemplating, but in the white paper and as far as that goes in the roadmap, it's going to be public. And the thing about this compared to Zed Run, right? I don't know if you ever tried to breed in Zed Run, but you don't get to name your price in Zed Run. If you're breeding like a legendary Nakamoto or whatever,
right.
you're going to be paying top dollar. There is no like, hey, I'll set the Derby price to $100. You know what I mean?
See, I thought in Zed Run you could do that. Maybe they changed that.
No, no.
Oh.
Zed Run, there's a floor price based on what. Maybe you can make it higher, but I know you can't make it lower than a certain price.
Gotcha.
So there's a
Does
floor price for each type.
does Photo Finish Live take a percentage whenever you breed? So if you were to breed with one of your own horses, would you be paying yourself 100%, or do they keep like a 10% or 15% breeding fee or anything like that?
They do it now. Yeah, when you breed, you'll see there's like a stud fee, which obviously it makes sense with a new minting on the blockchain, right? New
Yep,
stuff.
of course.
Um, yeah, so I would imagine, let's say it's $100 to breed with your own horse, right?
Hmm.
You'll probably pay $113, right?
Right.
So you'll pay $100 to yourself, and you'll pay $13 to photo finish, which I assume at that will go to operating costs,
That's not bad.
prize pools, giveaways, stuff like that. So
Yep.
but yeah, I don't know, man. I really feel like it's going to be a public thing. I don't think they can go private with it, but I do think we'll see a lot of rebates, and I think we'll see things like that, which we also saw in Zed Run, where it was like, hey, pay $1,000 and I'll just send you back 800 Solana or 800 USDC, right? Like,
Right.
I think we'll see a lot of that where deals will be made. And by the way, anybody in chat, if you want to make some deals, on the
Hmm.
stream, hit me up, me and Vault. But, you know, no, I think we'll see a lot of that because I don't think they can backtrack on that white paper. I really don't.
I know a lot of deals that people like to do in Zed Run for breeding would be you breed two horses together. Maybe you have the male and the other guy has the female, or vice versa, and you'll breed them twice. And you'll decide whatever the first horse is that comes out breeding through the breeding, the first guy gets it. And whenever the second horse is, the second guy gets it. That way, you both get a horse each, and it's kind of
Yep.
random to who gets the better horse. So I can see that
Yeah.
happening. Yeah, yeah, in photo finish for sure. All right,
Yeah, a lot of
guys.
barns I've seen was mainly rebates.
Yep. Oh well, I guess that works too. All right, guys, it's time for a maiden race. We got the bigger maiden. I got my horse Pell Arrow in this one. Good luck if you're in it. Here we go.
And just like that, we're back on the track. Horses are at the gate, and I need to wake up. Where's my smelling salts? 12 horse field, they're locked and loaded. And they're up here in the bigger maiden. And quick to get going here from the outside, it's Imperial Jade, along with high quality horse down at the rail. And it's Barshaba and Las Nuches, followed by Jenna Horstega and Pale Arrows in sixth here. As they head out the chute and onto the main track in the 7 furlong right turning affair on the dirt. Soft track, and it's high quality male runner, high quality horse, still shows the way here, with a headland lead over Darth Vapor. And comes Barshava, who still shows the way here in between horses, back for third. Now it's passed by Jenna Horstega and Imperial Jade, who get going here and move up into third and fourth, respectively. And it's Aphrodite and Bhagava duking it out here for the last place on the leaderboard as they make their way into the far turn. Half mile in the books, 47 and change. Quick pace, and it's high quality horse. Still looking for some competition, as he's got a 3-length lead, and it's Bhagava the closest thing to it. As it's Bhagava now, who starts to close with every stride. Now only has 2 to make up. As they hit the turn and head for home, it's high quality horse. Leads by 2. Bhagava is digging in, looking valiant. Jenna Horstega on the far outside, and it's Imperial Jade as well. Don't look now, but it's Darth Vapor and Jenna Horstega. Model 3, who's it gonna be? But no, it's gonna be Bhagava sneaking up the rail, taking it. The Silk Road Stables over Model 3 and Imperial Jade.
Shout out to Silk Road Stables, gets the win there with Bhagava. And then we see that Alon stable. Second time I've seen that Alon stable. This time the horse name is Model 3. And I saw True Stoner's horse was in there, Darth Vapor. My horse started to come up at the end there too. But no, Silk Road Stables gets the victory. We got some more races tonight, guys. Let's see what else we've got on the docket. We got a Pinnacle Championship Grade 3 race coming up here in a bit. Starts in 4 minutes. Let me make sure that's the next one. And then we got a race just 2 minutes right after that. So we're going to be shooting them off back to back, 2 in a row here in just a second. Looks like there's going to be some good horses in this one. Starts in 3 minutes and 50 seconds. It's a Grade 3 race, and it's a 5 furlongs, so it's a sprint. Let's see which horses are in here. And let's see what the S pluses are. I'm kind of interested in S pluses. Last night Mo told us that there's only 31 S pluses in the game right now, but I'm assuming that the number probably just went way up a lot, right?
I was
Today?
gonna say I want to. I was just bringing it up because that is good question.
I'm assuming it went way up. What's up, random hero? Sir, hopefully it didn't double.
What's your guess? I'm gonna say 47.
I'll say 50.
How did I find this again? I go in the horses,
I got two of them now, and one of them racing.
reading data. No, meta.
There's a couple of them in this
Oh, well,
race.
actually, hold on a second. We didn't take this into account though.
Oh no.
So, I don't want to cheat, but you got to remember this is just the racing population
Oh
of S
no, you
pluses.
didn't tell me that.
Sorry, you want to adjust your guess?
No, because it would still be another, it'd be another round of, it'd just go up from 31, about the same amount, I would think.
Or it could go down to 20.
Okay, is that the truth? Did it go
That
down?
is, yeah.
It did?
There's only 20 S plus racing horses right now
So
in the
all those
whole
people are
ecosystem.
retiring their fillies so that they can breed them, right?
Yeah, or they were max age.
Man, they probably retired those fillies. They could be max age too, I guess. Interesting statistics. And you get that from Racer's Edge, right?
Yep.
Interesting. All right, let's check out who's in this Pinnacle Championship 5 furlong race coming up. We got FOMO again from Miami Nation. We got Liberica from Coffee Stable. We got, I don't Nero. I'm gonna say Nero from Balthazar Mangers. Rustico from Golden Stables. King Roger from Dogs of Anarchy. We got Franck from D Stables. Molly Quirk from YSM Racing Club. Bordeaux Blend from Pocono and GVT. Divide and Fall from Die World. And Macabre Lefty from Solonot Stables. I think I'm gonna try to get some, at least my S plus, and maybe even my horse Joker into a couple of those races that will qualify them for some points for that third time Derby. I'm trying to get into the Derby this season. Mo, do you know what the conditions are for those races? I guess you can find out by going to the road to the
Take
third
a
time.
gander. Yeah, it looks like a right turf.
Right turf. I
Right
think
turf soft. Looks like the flavor of the week, or at least right turf.
my horses are right dirt. Darn it. I don't know. Maybe I'll put one of them that only has like 1 star on dirt, like Pale Arrow in some of those races. All right, let's get ready for this Pinnacle Championship, y'all. This should be a good race. It's going to be a sprint, and it's going to be a grade 3 race, grade 3. So there should be lots of good horses in this one. You see the S pluses already. We're going to have an S plus winner. Looks like condition is fast. You got some soft horses in here, but most of them are firm. All the S pluses are firm, so it's about to be a showdown. About to be a
Third time
showdown.
derby is a 60% chance of rain, by the way, next week for the third time derby.
Is that for all the qualifying races? They all have the exact same percent chance of rain?
No, they vary.
Oh, okay, got you.
But the actual third time derby on the schedule here for January 21st is currently scheduled to have a 60% chance of rain. Now, I don't know if that weather will change, but as of right now, it's a 60%.
Ugh. What's up, Jacob Cook in the house, the almighty JC? Asked if I was in the Pico's handicap. I'm not in the Pico's handicap, but we're going to call it right after this race. Let's go. Let's get this one started. Good luck if you're in it.
All right, it is post time here on Photo Finish Live. Major race. And away they go here in the Pinnacle Championship. And it's King Roger from in between horses who shoots out to lead along with Macabre Lefty. And it's Molly Quirk also up there with the top trio. Then it's FOMO again down at the rail. Back up for third, fifth place, that's Nero. And it's Franck in sixth here with about 5 to make up from the early leader. As they head to the opening turn, quarter in the books, 23 and change. We're heading 5 furlongs, left turning on the dirt, blinking it's over. And it's Macabre Lefty who starts to get going here early, but now has some stiff competition from Franck on the inside. And Franck now is your new leader as they round the turn and head for home. It's Franck now from in between horses. Macabre Lefty on the outside, now pokes the nose in front, and it's Nero down at the rail. Macabre Lefty and Nero, mano a mano, but down the middle, it's Bordeaux Blend, and it's gonna be Molly Quirk, but it's Nero holding on today. And it's Nero bringing home the Pinnacle Championship over Molly Quirk and Maccabi Lefty.
Congratulations to Balthazar Mangers with his Nero horse. Gets the victory in that Grade 3 championship sprint. And we got another sprint coming up right after this, so let's get straight to the track and get that one set up for you. It'll be a 4 furlong race. And let's see how long we have before this starts. Probably just seconds before this one starts.
40 seconds.
Okay. The Picos handicap on a firm track, y'all. Oh, no, actually it's soft. 20% chance of raining, and it ended up being soft. So you're seeing a lot of firm horses in here. Tons of firm horses and one soft horse. So I think this Grape Syndicate, this Unfound Wealth, might end up pulling off the victory here. He's got a little bit of an advantage because the track ended up being soft despite only having a 20% chance of rain. Shout out to Genuine that is in the chat as well, another stable owner. Good luck if you guys are in this race. It's race time.
Genuine. Oh. All right, race fans. Double feature. We're back. Horse field. They're online. And they're rolling here in the Picos handicap. And down the rail, that's Damon who heads out to lead along with Unfound Wealth on the outside shoulder. And coming from the extreme outside, that's Malua Magic in third, followed by Closing Bell the second. And comes Ocean Grove, also showing good early speed here in fifth, and Van Dyke's in sixth. Only about 3 lengths off the leader, though, as they head around the first and only turn here in this 4 furlong event. Opening quarter in 22 and change, they are smoking on the track, but it's Ocean Grove got the better of it now from the center. 200 to go, and Ocean Grove is looking to hold on, but it's Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Ocean Grove on the inside, Smoke 'em if you got 'em is now challenging. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, trying to avoid the awkward eye contact from Summers Girl, but Summers Girl is bringing this one home over Bold Machella and Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Sumner's Girl from Shams Family Tree Stable gets the victory. That's the first time I've seen that stable on one of our live streams.
Seen a lot of new stables lately, it feels like, you know?
That's a good thing, too. And then Ben Space, shout out to Bode Smithchella gets second, and then Rinsed Out Racing with a great horse name. Smoke 'em if you got him. Shout out to Dennis O'Connor. Apparently, he's spoken too much if you got some. So what he said is horses start off good, then they just die off. We got 6 minutes before the next race. It's a Money Maiden. And I believe I may be in this race coming up. Let's find out. Yeah, it's the DGen Money Maiden round 3, 11 furlong, 40% chance of rain. And we got Omi Billionaire running in this one, so this should be nice. We got Shangri-La in this. S Plus here, Faithful as well. Alejandro's got a horse in here. Christopher, I think that's one of those horses I sniped off the market. And New York Digital's got a couple horses in here as well. Should be a good one. We got a few minutes before that race starts, though. I was checking this earlier while Mo was talking, checking the leaderboard. We've been keeping an eye on this race here. Solonot Stables have been catching up with Golden Stables. It's still pretty close, but now Pocono, after winning the 3rd time Derby this season, is now getting really, really close to taking over 2nd place. He's only less than 200 million, which sounds like a lot, but actually isn't. And race winnings behind Solonot, and Solonot's only about 202 million behind Golden Stables. So we got a little bit of a race going on there on the top 3 leaderboard there. I'll be up there pretty soon, y'all. Just be patient. Be patient.
Speaking of a race, man, what the hell happened to that common Batman Adventure comic, dude? $39?
I mean, I could show you the tweet. The guy, it's one of my subscribers. He's telling me, he says he's going to buy it all the way up to 50. He's like, just buy one, man. I'm going to keep buying them. I'm going to keep buying them. And I don't really trust him or believe him that much if he can keep buying them, because people will just keep undercutting. So instead, what I did, I went and bought a bunch of the uncommons because they're at like $13. So I bought 3 of the uncommons instead of going in and buying those commons.
That makes a little sense. I sold because I had 2 commons and I sold one for 25. Like, you know what? It was like a number 151, so I kept that because it's like the whole Mira, parallelogram of other people like. I kept the number 1. Yeah, I kept the palindrome, kept the number 151. I sold my number, whatever it was, like 900.
Nice. Yeah, I sold
I was like, you know,
for my comment. I had a comment too. I think I sold it like 22 or 23 bucks. I didn't expect it to pump like that.
Yeah, I checked. I was like, 39 bucks, man. What the hell?
And the legendary never did pump. It's still at like 215.
Yeah, it's at 220 right now.
That's
crazy.
crazy to me. Yeah. All right, let's try to get a bet in on this Bluegrass Club Stakes. that's going off tonight that I have a horse in. Looks like my horse Eka Mouse is in this one. I already know I'm betting on Eka Mouse, even though this is a turf race. It's a dirt horse. I couldn't find any other races to get him in or get her in during the stream. Ugh, going against a bunch of turf horses too. So this could be interesting. The track is yielding though, and maybe that will help me a little bit since I only got 1 star on firm. I'll go ahead and put some confidence on my S plus horse. I'm excited to see her race. I'll be more picky throughout the week on what other races I put her in.
Are you going up against one of my new
Oh, are you in
up and
this race?
comers?
Gigawatts. Ooh, or is it gigawatts? Gigawatts, right?
Uh, yeah, gigawatts. Yeah.
That's a good name. I like it. Nice Back to the Future themed name.
Well, the mother is Dig Deeper Watsana, so I figure Watson, Watts.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. Gotcha. Yeah, sometimes I try to name my horses based on the parents, but then again, sometimes I just come up with some crazy stuff and I'm like, I'm just gonna use it even though it don't make sense. It has nothing to do with the parents. I'm gonna use it anyway.
I'm too OCD. I have to have some form of structure. I might, vary it from time to time, but for the most part, I try to keep, some sort of like naming line, or else I won't have a clue who the hell is who after a while.
Dr. Strange says he's in the Deep South Allowance. What's the? Oh, is that the name of a race? I thought you were. That was like some gang or something. The Deep South Allowance. I was like, how do you get into that? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's coming up in 3 minutes and 18 seconds. A 10 furlong race, 12 horses. I'm not in this one, but it looks like it's got some S tier horses. Got some homies in this one. Gramp Stables is in it. The Genuine Fantasy Farm is in it. Dan K's in it. Ben Space is in this one. And here's another new stable I've never seen before. 0 to G1. We got 1 minute and about 45 seconds. Which race are you also in? Oh, probably that Bluegrass Club Stakes says fully. Which one? Which stable is Fully's? Let me see if I can figure it out. Oh, it's probably Valley Happy, I think. Yeah. I think that's Valley Happy. Yeah, he has some really good horses. I think he was in the Derby last week. All right, let's get set up for this next race, y'all. We got about 1 minute and 20 seconds before the D-Gen Money Maiden. This is going to be a race with all horses that have never won before. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be all new horses. You got a few new horses like this Windblade and Chiquita, but a lot of these horses I've raced before. This is my Omi Billionaire horse that I got from Dane K, the son of Omi Millionaire. Only got 1 place out of 5 starts. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with Omi Billionaire, but I can't get any wins with him. One thing I do a lot with him is put him in races that aren't his perfect preferences because I like to run him during our streams. So sometimes I got him running in stuff that he shouldn't be. Right now, this one is right dirt good, and his preferences are right dirt firm. So this is one he might do all right in. I don't know if he likes these distance races. 11 furlongs is a long distance. Usually my horses are sprinters, but you never know. He might surprise us. I put 500 on him. Oh, no, I didn't. We didn't bet on this one, did I? Somebody did. Somebody put 500 on Omi Billionaire to win. I like the confidence. Maybe he'll pull it off. I don't
I
know.
got 5 on it.
500 on it to be exact. All right, guys, it's time to get this race on the road. It's a round 3 D-Gen Money Maiden. I'm not really sure what the significance of the D-Gen Maidens are compared to the Maidens, but it is a maiden race, so good luck if you're in it.
Yeah, that was like the original circuit before they came up with the third time Derby run.
All right. Horses are at the gate. It's post time. Here on Foals Day. And away they go. Good start by all, and Fafo has got the better of it from the outside, along with David Watts and Palais Garnier. And it's Shangri-La in fourth here, along with Omi Billionaire in between horses in fifth. And Chiquita in sixth, as they're chasing Fafo here around the opening turn. And it's 11 furlong, right turning affair. The D-Gen Money Maiden, folks. Race 3 here on the docket. And it's Fafo who still shows the way by 2 over Palais Garnier, who runs along here back in the middle of the track. And on the outside shoulder, that's Shangri-La and Omi Billionaire down in between. And it's David Watts on the extreme outside, who runs along here in fifth. But he's looking to stalk the pace today, along with Windblade down at the rail. But it's Fafo, and Fafo is looking strong as he starts to pull away here. And oh, just like that, Number 7. Number 7 has been sniped. Fib is working. I repeat, Fib is working as he takes out the 7 horse, and that's the end of the day. But it's Fafo doesn't give a flying filly about it and continues to show the way here, and now opens up by 2. And it's Pallier Garnier still tracks the way here, and Omi Billionaire also with a ground saving trip. Holds strong here, and now has some competition from Shangri-La and David Watts. David Watts advances well from the back, but has now found some traffic here and taps the brakes as Omi Billionaire goes right back on by. And as we turn our way back to the front of the pack, it's Palais Garnier now. Palais Garnier, not just hair care product, ladies and gentlemen. They run horses, but running horses in second as of now, as it's Fafo and Omi Billionaire here who show their best run late. It's Omi Billionaire who holds here by a half a length, but on the extreme outside, it's David Watts and Fafo. Fafo is looking strong. F-A-F-O. Boy, here he goes, and he's holding it here as he moves into the top of the stretch. It's Fafo now by a length. Palais Garnier on the inside, and it's Shangri-La trying to find room. Down on the extreme inside is Chiquita. Chiquita's holding strong, but might not have it today. But from the center of the track, it's Palais Garnier. Palais Garnier is gonna take this one over Shangri-La and Fafo. 8, 9, 11, your order of finish.
Congratulations to Drop Stable with the win with, I guess, Palais Garnier. Mo knows what it is.
I don't know.
I have no idea. Apparently you know what it is. It's a hair product. I've heard of Garnier, so maybe that's what that's from. Okay. And then my horse, Omi Billionaire, was looking strong, and then, I don't know, he stepped on something, and stepped on a tack or something and fell off. Fafo, the S Plus, got third place in that race. Drop Stable with the win. Let's see what other races we have scheduled for tonight. Let's see what the next race is. 6 minutes and 40 seconds. This is the Bluegrass Club Stakes. This is the one I've been waiting for. The Ika Mouse horse is in this race, so this should be an interesting one. I'm excited for that one. We got 6 minutes, and we did bet on this one too. I think I bet on my horse, of course, because it's Eek. All right, let's pick out some more horses to bet on. Let's bet on this Golf Allowance coming up in about 15 minutes. I don't have a horse in this race, but looks like a couple of the homies in the chat do. Let's find out what the conditions are. It's a 5 furlong race, so it's a sprint.
Oh, the Deep South was going off already.
Oh, is it already going off?
Oh, that got rugged.
Oh, okay. Probably because it was too close to the other race. Yeah, it did get rugged, so I got it pulled up.
Wow, so it rugged the second race now. Oh, here we go. It actually is loaded for me.
Oh. Which one is it? The Deep South?
Yeah.
I'll try to get in. Deep South? I don't even have the Deep South race. It was there a minute ago. I know somebody in the chat is in that race too. Nope, I don't have it.
No.
All I got is the Bluegrass Club Stakes. Sorry if you're in that race. We can go back and see who won it. I should have go ahead and tell us already, maybe. Deep South Allowance. Finished. Winner is Little Trouble. Little Trouble, then Rainbow Ray got second place, then Blood Moon. No Bueno's Foe from Ben Spaced, and Gisald also from Ben Spaced. Dane K was in here, Jen Max was in here, and 0 to G1 was in here. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes the races don't show up for us, especially when they're really close to each other. Alright, next one starts in 5 minutes. We got that one already pulled up. And we were going to go back here and try to pick a horse to bet on for the Golf Allowance. Doc Strange says, my race just finished. It just finished the same time. Yeah, it didn't pull up for us. Sorry about that. What's the name of your stable also, Doc? I never have recognized what your stable name is. I never saw like a Doc Strange stable that would jump out at me. All right, this is a right turf race, and it's on a yielding track. We've been trying to figure out what the best horses to race or to bet on for these yielding races, and it seems like the soft horses do best. But last night we had a race that was yielding, and the horses that won were not the soft ones. Yeah, Jen Max. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I've seen it a couple times then. So we might not necessarily bet on a soft horse here. I kind of like the idea of betting on horses with no stars in these races, but it hasn't paid off for us. That's Genuine's horse, so we might not bet on that just because it's Genuine. It's the homie. Let's see what we got. It is right turf and yielding. We got all right turf horses. Just make sure there's no dirt horses in this one that we don't want to bet on. Nope, they're all right turf. And let's see, do we want to bet on a soft horse on this one? I'm thinking we will. Far From Home is a soft horse, but it's carrying 2 extra pounds. Keep an eye on the extra weight that some of them are carrying. Could slow them down. Chili over here from Lack Stables is 0 stars. Prefers soft though, and 2.5 on Right and Turf. Kind of like that. Miami Nation's got a whole lot of stars with that Fastest Sell horse. We saw a Fastest Sell race last night. Graham Stables got a couple of horses in here. Genuine Spirit, like I said, no stars on Firm. So that could be interesting here. Let's go with... See if Chili wasn't carrying the extra weight. Maybe we'd pick them. Let's see if... Yeah, Genuine Spirit's not carrying any extra weight. Let's go with Genuine on this one. Genuine Fantasy Farms across the board. Win, place, or show. That's my bet. I'm sticking with it.
Oh,
Fully says, I reckon yielding races will still favor the track condition as it rains and sometimes dry. As it rains and sometimes... I know the other day we were watching a yielding track and it was sprinkling. You could see the rain. But we've been trying to keep our eye on the horses that win these yielding races and look at what their preferences are. And I noticed a couple times that was horses that preferred soft preferences were winning these yielding races, but not every time. Let's see if it holds true this time. We'll go back and do a little post-race analysis after this race, which goes off in about 11 minutes. But before that, we have the Bluegrass Club Stakes, Ika Mouse's premier race. This should be a good one. I don't know. She might not win this one, like I said. She's running on turf, and she prefers dirt.
And she's probably still going to beat my horse's ass, so
Let's see.
this should be fun.
Gigawatts or gigawatts? I don't know. How are you going to pronounce it? Are you going to do giga or giga?
Right, it's Giga, yeah.
It's giga. Okay. I don't know. I think Doc Brown says giga. Or no, that's gigahertz.
Yeah, I think Giga who? Giga what?
Shout out to Genuine. Yeah, hopefully Genuine, your horse comes through with the win there. I picked it because it has 0 stars on Firm and it's running on a yielding track. We'll see if that pays off for me. It looks like this track is also yielding in this Bluegrass Club Stakes. It's an 8 furlong race and it's a stake race. The requirements, it had to be 2 years old to get into this one. I guess that's the only requirement then. So they're all 2-year-old horses. These are all horses that have never raced before. All brand new horses. Valet Happy's got a horse in this one. RVA Racing's in this one. Rinsed Out Racing is in this one. Golden Stables, Original Gangster. This should be a good one. I'm excited for this race, y'all. Keep your eye on the marketplace today because there's going to be lots of horses hitting the market. You might find some good deals. Here's a S- foal if you're into S-minuses. That's a little lower than I like to deal with these days. I'm up in the S tier these days.
Wow, wow, from the ivory tower.
Just saying. I've got S pluses now, y'all. I'm up in the high class. I can't get into a derby race though. It's not like I'm running derbies, but I'm getting there. I'm on my way.
Well, you got to get a week where it has, you know, the right
Yes.
preference for what
The
you've
week
had.
that
You
all
know.
my horses have the exact same preferences, so the week they do soft, dirt, firm, it's over with, y'all.
Yeah,
The
look
vault
out.
is taking over. All right, guys, we got 30 seconds before this next race goes off. We got a few more races after that. I'm in maybe at least one more race tonight. I think we're going to see Harley Quinn race tonight. And then after Harley Quinn races, I'm going to go ahead and retire her. I might go ahead and pick a mate for her and breed her on the stream, depending on what time her race is. I don't remember what time she races. This is going to be her last race, and then she's getting bred out. All right, guys, good luck if you're in the race. It's race time.
Alrighty, horses are at the gate. Beautiful night here at the track. Horse field, full house, everywhere you look. And away they go, here in the Bluegrass Club Stakes. And it's Banana Old Fashioned right on cue, darts out to the lead, along with Harry Trotter down at the rail. And on the outside shoulder in third, that's Beginnings Bourbon, followed closely by Gigawatts in between horses. Then it's Rockabye and Eek, a mouse. Is in sixth here, but only about 5 lengths off the leader. But on the extreme outside, out of the vault barn, 8 furlongs here, right turning, turf affair, as they make their way around the clubhouse turn. Opening quarter in the books, modest 23 and change. And it's Gigawatts now. Gigawatts, the big bully out of Bigfoot Stables, pokes a nose in front, and now leads the way here by a half a length over Banana Old Fashioned. And back for third, break of 3, that's Harry Trotter down at the rail. as Harry Trotter and Rockabye are neck and neck here as they move up to challenge the front two. And now the front two turns into a front trio as Gigawatts and Banana Old Fashioned are joined here on the rail by Harry Trotter. And Harry Trotter's looking for room and goes right on by. But Gigawatts is holding strong as Gigawatts and Harry Trotter here are duking it out. And it's Banana Old Fashioned on the outside, followed by Porsche's Boom, who advances from the back of the pack. And it's Beginnings Bourbon also shown way here, but Bartoli has good stride on the outside. As they cut the corner and head for home, it's Harry Trotter now. Harry Trotter by 2, and it's Banana Old Fashioned on the outside. But down on the rail, feet on fire, it's Vega Streak, and Bartoli. Banana Old Fashioned to the wire. It's going to be Banana Old Fashioned over Bartoli and Vega Streak.
Shout out to GVT Wimbledon. Turf gets the victory on that one over Golden Stables. And Ika Mouse could not handle running on the turf. I gotta quit running her on the turf. I'll be more picky next time. Looks like Banana Old Fashioned is the name of that horse that gets the victory there. Let's see what the next race is, y'all.
God, still beat me. I told you, man. Jesus.
Well, you got an A tier.
Gigawatts was looking so good.
I know, he started off really well. But that's his first race. You got to get his distance down. You got to figure out what his best distance is.
Yeah, and probably.
All right, we got the Gulf Allowance coming up next in 6 minutes. It's going to be a 5 furlong race on a yielding track. And let's see who's in this one. Ben Spaced has a horse in this one. And Genuine's in this one as well. This is the one that we bet on the Genuine Spirit horse. And then Dane K's got in one. Go Johnny's in this race. Let's see what other races I'm in tonight. Let's see if Harley Quinn is racing. She might actually race after the stream. Let's see. Yeah. Looks like there's no races. Her race might actually got canceled. Let's see. Maybe it was the Scrapple Allowance. Yep, it was the Scrapple Allowance. That's later tonight. So after that race tonight, I'm going to be retiring that horse so that I then have 2 mares. Because right now I only got 1 mare. She's producing some nice horses for me. But right now I only got 1 mare, and I don't really want to retire Ika Mouse, even though she's a filly. She's 2 years old. She just ran her first race, but technically I could retire her right now and breed her right now. Maybe try to work my way up to a SS minus. Mo, are there any SS minuses in the breeding population or in the racing population?
I don't think we've seen one yet. No, it took a while. I think it took like 23 seasons in V1.
I remember whenever it finally happened, though, it was like a big deal. Somebody finally hit the SS minus. What do you think it takes to get there? Do people need to build up those S pluses? Is it a S plus tier 1, and then over time you'll be able to build up to a S plus tier 2 and tier 3, and then finally we get to S plus tier 10. Then you're moving up to SS minus. Is that one way to look at it? Because it takes so long to get there. Or is it just a luck thing? Maybe I could be breeding right now, and maybe I'll get lucky and I'll hit it next week.
Yeah, I think it's just a luck thing. Because
Really?
I think probably to hit that threshold, you probably need to catch, again, like the 0, 1, 2 genes, the way they get distributed.
Right.
You probably just got to catch like the perfect storm,
Yep. Man, I almost kind of want to do it, but then you got to wait every week to find out what the results are, and then even if you get a good horse, you got to wait another 2 weeks to finally be able to race it. Whereas I finally got an S plus to race. That's why I don't want to retire her. Maybe whenever this new S plus becomes of age to race, then I'll have another S plus to race, and I can retire Ika Mouse and start breeding her. It's gonna be a tough decision, though. It'll depend on her record and how well she does from here on out. All right, guys, let's pick a horse to bet on in this Pork Row Restricted Stakes that's happening tonight. It's an 11 furlong race and another yielding track. It looks like all yielding tonight. We got a right turf race. Let's see what we got. Wolof's in this one. Let's see if all these horses are right turf horses. Looks like they're all right turf firm horses. Right turf firm, right turf firm, right turf firm. We got 1 soft horse. That's Alejandro's horse, Little Sig, with 4 wins and 17 starts. Pretty good record. Carrying 2 pounds, though. He's an old horse, too. That's Grandpa out there with 8 years on him. I don't know if I want to bet on the 8-year-old horse. Widowmaker, I like that name a lot. 2 pounds, carrying 2 pounds on that. And the preferences, 2 stars, 2 stars, then 2.5 on firm. I think I want to look for a horse that has the minimum amount possible on the firm, since we're running on a yielding track. I don't want to bet on a horse that has 3 stars on firm. Fire Biceps over here, what a name, has 1.5 stars. Carrying 2 pounds, though, compared to Peach Fuzz, 2 stars, and carrying no pounds. I think I would pick Peach Fuzz over Fire Biceps. Let's see if there's anything else I like. Regal Beach only has 1 star here. S minus horse out of OEB. 11 starts and only 3 third places. If it wasn't for that record there, I might be interested. Cheesy Town. Mo's got a horse in this race. 0 stars. 3 stars on right. 3 stars on firm. I like that. Especially in this yielding race. We might have to pick Mo's horse. I don't know, though. What do y'all think? Arachne from Silk Road Stables only has 1 star on firm. That's not bad. Carrying 2 pounds. Is Mo carrying 2 pounds? Mo's carrying 2 pounds, too, with his A-plus horse. I think I got to go with Peach Fuzz, y'all. I got to go with Peach Fuzz because he's not carrying that extra weight. That's what I'm pretty much putting my money on there. That extra weight is going to weigh down Mo's horse. It's going to weigh down that Fire Biceps horse. Those horses are going to be lagging. They're going to be slow out there. And Peach Fuzz on the inside might end up picking the win. I don't know. I've not been very successful in my bets tonight. We'll go 500 across the board on Wolof the Bandito's horse here, Peach Fuzz.
Go 420 across the board.
420 across the board? Hey, that's one way to do it. I see you. You're doing 420 across the board on Cheesy Town. Mo is feeling confident. He's putting his money on his own horse. Let's go. I do that sometimes, but not often. I will be more often.
I missed it.
Uh-oh, you didn't make it in time?
I didn't get the show, and I got the win place.
Uh-oh, you better get first or second then.
It's 420 gate.
All right, guys, we got the golf allowance coming up next. 5 furlong race. You got Space Mackay from Ben Space Farms or Stables. Nightingale from Big Brain. Unnamed Mare 1 from Elder Racing. Jackie 2 from Groove Summer. Far From Home from Amazing Stables. Chili from Lax Stables. Am I going to make it? Oh, yeah, I got time. We got Fast as Cell from Miami Nation. The Sequel from Gramps Stable. Vaguely Waka from Gramps Stable. Genuine Spirit from Genuine Fantasy Farms. That's who I got my money on in this race. Rinsed Ryan from Rinsed Out Racing. And Go Johnny from the homie Dane K Stable over there. All right, guys, good luck if you're in this race. We still got a few seconds, but it's about to go down. You excited, Mo? You ready to call this one? I haven't heard any impressions in a long time. People have been messaging me, too, like, what's up? Where's Mo's impressions? And I'm like, I'll say something to him.
I'm trying not to recycle them. I'm not an impressionist. I do it,
You have to start practicing some. All right, it's race time. Good luck, guys.
Not to offend anybody in 2023. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, if this was on my channel, I might get a little more risque, but I'm not trying to get vault canceled here on YouTube.
We get rugged. I'm showing here golf allowance. No. All right, and they're off here as they leave the gate. It's chilly from the inside, and along with unnamed mares, 1-5, aka I'm too lazy to name my effing horse. And it's Go Johnny on the far extreme outside in third, followed by Vaguely Walked in fourth. And it's Fast as Cell in fifth, and Far From Home on the inside. In sixth here as they're chasing their way into the opening turn. And there's 5 furlong, right turning affair. Opening quarter, 22 and change, and they are moving. But it's chilly with an extra 2 pounds. Not affecting him yet here as he continues to show the way over unnamed mare down at the rail. And on the extreme outside, it's Go Johnny, but it's Chili now who starts to pull away from the pack. And it's Chili by 2. Unnamed mare 1-5 down at the rail. Chili on the outside. Please hold off the lazy horse that wasn't named, but it's unnamed mare is gonna reluctantly take it. Oh, name your freaking horses, people, over Chili and Fast as Cell.
The mysterious unnamed mare gets the win from Elder Racing over Chili from Lax Stables. And one thing I noticed about that horse that they're naming it by the distance that it runs. 5 for the 5 furlong, where a lot of people like to name their horses like RTF if it likes right turf firm. So that brings me to the question, Mo, whenever you have your horses, do you only run them at one particular distance at all times? Like if you find that distance, do you run them at one distance at all times, or are you running your horses at different distances?
Sometimes it matters if it's Mo at 2 p.m. or if it's Mo at like 4 a.m.
Right.
Because
Okay.
sometimes Mo at 4 a.m. or more importantly like 4:21 a.m. That Mo might just run it at weird distances just to get data that we don't even need. But the 2 p.m. Mo who's awake, had coffee, you know what I'm saying? That guy will probably run his horses at a more common distance, yeah.
What's up, Ryan? Thanks for hanging out with us. I mean, hey, you could actually end up finding out something that you didn't expect, doing things like that, experimenting. So maybe that crazy mode might pay off every once in a while. Fully says, I'm glad I'm not the only one, so I guess he does that as well. I do that whenever it comes to these streams because I'm always trying to fit my horses in during the stream, so I'm running them at kind of different preferences, and that's why I don't get the greatest results. But I win every once in a while. I
And
got
I get the naming process, but like, I don't know. Make a spreadsheet or something, you know?
yeah, absolutely.
Track that on your own. Or maybe what we could do, maybe the team could help alleviate this, because that's annoying, man. If I had to call a whole race of that, that would be so dumb.
If there's nothing but those in the race, that'd
Yeah,
be
it just
bad.
becomes stupid, right? Maybe put like maybe like a horse notes, something that only the owners will see.
Right.
So they can name the horse, but then have like a note right underneath it where they can have all that information.
There
Like,
you go. Yeah, I like that.
fives, ones, this way they can just kind of hover over it and be like, okay, cool. This is my horse that normally runs 5 furlongs.
That's because that's
But
why they're doing it, so that they don't have to go in and look every single time they want to put their horse in a race. It's right there in their name. So if they did add that notes section, then they wouldn't have to worry about naming their horses silly names and making Mo mad because we don't want to make Mo mad.
but it's just that's just annoying. If that was a whole race of that, I don't.
Well, you know what I'm not seeing this time, and we used to see it all the time last beta, is the foe thing.
Well, because they fixed that because you can't even enter a race without naming your horse now.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that. Okay, I was wondering why we haven't seen any of the
Yeah.
foes, because that
I'm
was
surprised
always
somebody doesn't just name their horse Foal
I,
and then do that just to,
just to be
troll
funny.
it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure somebody will if they haven't already. We just haven't seen
But
it
that would
yet.
be funny. Like if there was one horse or one breed out there that was doing that, like that would be funny.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
But if it
Can
turned into
respect
like
that.
how it was, where it's like season 17 and we're like on foals, foals,
Yeah,
foals,
yeah,
foals,
yeah.
foals, it's like,
It got wild for a while there.
yeah, it,
All right, guys, we got the pork roll restricted stakes coming up next. We got an 11 furlong distance race. Before we go to the next race, though, let's check out to see what's happening in the announcements in the Photo Finish Discord server. If you guys are not already in the Photo Finish Discord server, make sure that you join. The invite link is in the description of this live stream. We were talking about this last night. They did a little bit of testing on a new type of race, which would be a claiming race. And you can see here a screenshot of what a claiming race would look like, how you can place a claim on a horse that's in the race. Mo, can you tell us more about what claiming races are and how they would work on Photo Finish Live?
I mean, I haven't tested it on Photo Finish Live, but I mean, in real horse racing, you claim before the race, and then you put the claim in, and then if you claim the horse and that horse wins or wins money, you actually get that prize money as well.
So when
But
you
yeah, so
claim, who sets the price? The person claiming or the person who owns the horse when the race or before the race begins?
well, the race itself will normally set the claiming price. So a bottom low level claimer is like what, like a 2,500 claimer. So a 2,500 claimer means that horse can be claimed for 2,500. Every now and then you'll have some restrictions where you might be able to get away with like a 5K claim on certain horses in certain races. But typically, if you're watching a race or trying to claim a horse on a race, and it's a 2,500 claimer, that means you can claim the horses for 2,500.
Gotcha. And what's the advantage of having those races? If you're a racer, are you trying to put your weaker horses in there to get some wins because they're all going to be weak horses that people don't care about that they're running against?
Yeah, but that could also backfire because if your horse is now available in the open market and somebody sees something that you might have missed, like maybe their data tracking is a little bit more sophisticated than somebody else's, and they're like, you know what, this guy's been running that horse at the wrong levels, the wrong distances. I can fix that. They might claim that horse.
Yeah,
You
that makes
know.
sense. That's actually why I pick up some horses on the marketplace. Sometimes I'll look at a horse like that, a Park Caius horse that I bought, and the way I looked at it and the way I looked at the fleet figures, I was like, horse should be running at 4 or 5 furlongs, and the owner hadn't ran it at that distance, either of those distances yet. Of course, it didn't work out for me. He didn't win at 4 or 5 furlongs, but you see the point there. You can make those decisions that maybe that previous owner, didn't decide, and maybe you're right. There are some new horses.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, say you want to just find that piece of information that nobody else has access to or doesn't pick up on. You know what I'm saying? And someone like you, because I know how you like to play detective, and I'm always the same way. Everyone always tells me like, if you didn't smoke so much weed, you'd have been a cop or a detective or something. That's how my brain works. But you know, you try to piece together certain aspects of the race to figure out, okay, cool, this guy didn't actually pick up on it. And in real horse racing, there's a website that we use here in New York called Naira, and they show you 10 races, right, of like the previous running. But if you have the book and you have the sheets, right, you see everything, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of times you can go back in further races and be like, well, wait a second, this horse isn't getting bet because most people probably only see the last 10 races, but I have access to 22,
Right.
and I see 20 races ago he ran a grade one race or a stakes race and he took second place, but now he's running like a 5,000 claimer
Right.
just because he had some bad races all the way to the bottom. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, I always look deep into those numbers when I'm looking at what distance or what time a horse is getting at a certain distance compared to the other horses
Yep.
in the race at that distance, and then what the total distance or the total distance of the race is. Fully says, do you have to pay taxes on claimers? Do you know, Mo?
Ah, tax on claimers. Like what? Claiming the horse?
Probably photo finish live tax, I would think maybe. I don't know. We'll let him
Yeah, I don't
give
know.
a
I
little
don't know
more
if there
detail on
is
that
what kind
one.
of surcharge. We haven't had claimers yet. I'm assuming they're coming soon though.
Good luck on this race, y'all. Here we go.
Alrighty, as we start to wind down to the end of the night, and I get to go watch the Jacksonville Jaguars hopefully win. 12 horse field, and they're off here in the Park Roll Restricted Stakes. And it's Widowmaker who runs out to lead along with Best Star and Fire Biceps. And it's Balhoon down the between horses in fourth, followed by Regal Beach in fifth. And it's Arachne in sixth here. We're only about 5 months to make up as they make their way into the clubhouse turn. And the 11 furlong right turning affair on the turf. Track is yielding and racing's good. Hit that like button, by the way, chat. And we need all the help we can get here, as Widowmaker is now showing the way here by 3 over Best Star, as I'm trying to find out where my horses are, but it's Widowmaker who continues to show the way by 4 now over Arachne, who runs here down the rail with Caramel, RTF, and Regal Beach. And it's Little Sig who's now advancing from the back of the pack on the outside, and in fifth with Fire Biceps down at the rail. As we pass the wire for the first time, half mile and 49 and change, and it's still Widowmaker. Widowmaker is looking around for that competition. Nothing yet, but it's Widowmaker by 4, as Regal Beach is the closest thing to it. And now starts to advance here and close the gap slightly, as Arachne is on the extreme outside as well. And it's Little Sig, break of 2, running along in fourth, with Best Star looking for room in traffic down in fifth. And it's Peach Fuzz with a ground-saving trip on the rail. Nowhere to go yet, but plenty of time, as 3/4 is in the books, minute 13, and it's Widowmaker regains the lead here down the rail, along with Regal Beach, neck and neck on the outside. Now it's Regal Beach, says come and catch me if you can, because I'm taking the lead. Into the turn we go here, and it's 1 mile, minute 38, and it's Regal Beach now, who starts to kick clear with a 1 length lead over Widowmaker and Best Star. Best Star now, about 5 lengths to make up, as Peach Fuzz kicks clear here down at the rail. And it's Regal Beach now your leader, but taps the brakes. And it's Peach Fuzz, just like that, claims the lead. Your post-time favorite now shows the way, as it's Peach Fuzz by 2. Best Star down the center of the track, gaining with every stride, but not enough time, as it's Peach Fuzz bringing it home here in the Pork Roll Restricted Stakes over Best Star and Regal Beach.
Shout out to Wolof the Bandito gets the win with the one horse there. Peach Fuzz, that's the horse that we bet on. Mo's horse started to make a play towards the end at the leaderboard. He almost got up there. I think we had
Oh, did he?
that next race. Yeah, he started to move.
Yo, Cheesy Town was
Fourth place.
1.75.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because I bet on. Never
You
mind.
bet on. But still, he got a fourth place. That's not bad at all. All right, we got
That's
this
true.
next race that's getting ready to start very soon. Let me refresh it to make sure we don't miss that. I think it's going to start any second. Oh, no, wait. Did we miss it? Yeah, I think we missed the DGen Money Maiden. That last race, because it started before that other race had ended.
Yep. Says awaiting results.
Yep. We'll go back and see who won that one. And I think that's going to be the last race of the night. The rest of the races in between there got canceled. Oh, no, we got the 853 and the 859. My bad. We got the Dr. Sturdy Stakes. We got the grade 1 that we always end Saturday nights with. This race is over now. We can go back and find out who won it. It was Bandito from Golden Stables got first. Sunny Afternoon got second. Glacier got third. S Plus down here got way down the line. And looks like True Stoner was in this one. Ben Stays Spaced. And Valley Happy. All right. Now we'll see what the next race is. Looks like we got
Yeah, it
two
looks
more
like the
tonight.
Puget.
Yeah, we got the Puget Club Stakes. Betting is open. We got 3 minutes to pick a horse on. And then we got the Grade 1 Dr. Sturdy Stakes to end the night off with 3 minutes to
Alright.
pick a horse. Ooh, I like this name, Chin Music. I was a Shawn Michaels fan. 6 furlongs, left dirt, and another yielding track. All the tracks are yielding
Shawn
tonight.
Michaels, man. You remember who we started with?
What, Marty Jannetty? Are you kidding me,
Yes,
bro?
sir.
Oh,
The
man.
Rockers, baby. Yeah,
I
man.
remember when he kicked him and threw him through the window.
Yeah.
Broke my heart. And I always
You
wanted...
remember who was that other tag team they was feuded with, man? It was like a short time with Rick Martel and Tito Santana. Remember those?
Yeah, Strike Force.
Yeah, was that their name, right? It
Strike
was a
Force,
very
yep.
short tag team, but I remember they were going at it with the Rockers, man.
Yeah, that was my favorite team, and then they broke up, and he turned into a bad guy, and I hated the guy for a while. Then I was like, I don't know, he's still kind of cool. But I always wanted to make that comeback, that special where he had a surprise guest, and it would be Marty Jannetty, and the Rockers would be back together, but it never happened that I know of anyway.
Yeah, didn't they tease something else when he was not NWO? Was it NWO? No, Degenerate wasn't it Degeneration X?
Oh, they might have.
I could have sworn there was something that they were teasing back then, but yeah, dude, I don't know, it was like 6 months ago now, maybe. But I spent like 2 weeks, bro, and I binged every wrestling event from like the early days, man. I'm talking like, the Hogan Macho Man, because I think they're like a Peacock or something. One of those subscriptions gives you like all the access to WWE.
Yep. Oh, really?
And dude, oh yeah, dude, I just went on a journey, man. I started from the beginning and just rolled it pretty much from like, yeah, I guess Hogan, Andre the Giant days, and I pretty much rolled it all the way to like when wrestling became cool again. You remember when it had like that edge to it? It had
Yeah.
like the Brood, Degeneration X, and like that was like Rock and Stone Cold. It was like a name of the era. I forgot what they called it, but like I watched like basically up until then. It was like the Attitude Era, I think it was called.
Yep. Well, it was NWO, and then it was ECW at the same time, kind of making WWE step up their competition because they were taking some of that market share from them, taking more market
Right.
share than they
Yep.
had. So yeah, that kind of changed everything. But then once WWE took over everything, they went back to the snow puff stuff to where it wasn't fun to watch anymore. I know the big rumor is that apparently WWE is selling the entire company to Saudi Arabia. I don't know if that ended up being true or not. Did you hear anything
Oh,
about
really?
that? Yeah, that was a big rumor, and like they had pretty much confirmed it. And then after that, I heard somebody backtrack on it, so I don't know 100% if it was true. Fully says
It-
WWF. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, WWF. Yeah. Again, you're trying to offend people. Especially the Worldwide Federation of
Yeah, they'll come
Pandas
at
or
you, bro.
something.
They'll come
Yeah.
after you.
World Wildlife Federation.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I know Vince McMahon had some lawsuit stuff, and Stephanie McMahon took over or something. I just keep up whatever trends on Twitter from time
Yeah,
to time. But
she resigned. Stephanie McMahon definitely resigned for sure.
yeah, I saw that she stepped down or whatever. But then, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on over there. It's so hard. It's so hard to watch any of that nowadays, man.
Yeah, no, I can't watch it anymore at all. I know people get into AEW, and I did like that. What's Kenny Omega guy, but I never could get back into AEW. I think I'm too old for wrestling now. But I did get into. What was it? TNA. Yeah, when they had aces and eights, I tried to start getting back into it. I just
I
couldn't
love
get
me
back-
some TNA.
Yeah, I just couldn't. Well,
Tits and ass.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. I just couldn't get back into WWE though. Jeff says if they sold it to Saudi, what happened to the female wrestlers? So people were making memes like the new female wrestlers are all gonna have burqas on and stuff. I don't know. I don't think they'll be allowed to wrestle. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a financing group where it's gonna be the same. It's just finance it differently. I have no idea if it's even gonna actually happen. I know the fans are not happy about it though. They don't like the idea of it.
Huh. Yeah, I have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
I mean,
interesting.
female wrestling, again, wasn't really around. I guess I don't know if you remember that. Like late night Saturday night, it was called like the Glamorous Women of Wrestling or something like that. It was like a late night wrestling show, dude.
I mean, that's
I remember,
old.
yeah, it was like old school. I remember it would be on like with American Gladiators at like 1 in the morning.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
But
yeah.
oh yeah, but yeah, dude, if you go back and look at like the history of wrestling, and you used to see who was like Miss Elizabeth and then Queen Sherry. Remember
Yes.
her?
Yeah, Luna Vachon.
Yeah, dude, when they would step out into the ring with Hogan and some of these old school guys in the WWF,
Yep.
they would get their asses beat.
They were so
And I was
fragile.
like,
Like if you just barely touched them, they'd be out for like 5 minutes. But now you can power bomb a girl, and she'll get up 2 minutes later and smack you in the face.
but back in the day, they used to go after them though too. Like they would like try to really sell it.
Oh
And I
yeah.
remember like Queen Elizabeth and Queen Sherry, Miss Elizabeth, whatever, they were going at it, and like she had a brick in her purse and like knocked her out cold.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that was some good times,
Do you
man.
remember? This is what like changed my whole life when I was a kid. Do you remember the episode when it was Jake the Snake and Macho Man, and Jake pulled out his snake and he actually bit Macho Man's arm on the show?
Absolutely.
Oh
Yep,
my
yep.
goodness! I was watching it live and I was like, "Is this real life?" I mean, that it has to be a real snake. I couldn't believe the snake was actually biting a dude right in front of my face. It blew my
Yep.
mind. It was a real thing too. Space Ben knows about the Saudi Arabia thing. They said the chicks will announce but not wrestle. So they would. I mean, they're not going to like that. They've been training all their lives to be wrestlers. They've been
How is
working
that going to
out.
work out? It's like telling a woman in 2023 to go back to the kitchen. You really think
Yeah.
that's going to work out?
Jeff says Lita was my girl back in the days. Look, I liked Lita and everything, but man, she did Jeff Hardy wrong, dude. She left Jeff Hardy for Edge and just ruined that poor guy's life. I don't know about his life, but I don't know. I liked Lita a lot, but I felt like she backstabbed good old Matt Hardy. I liked Matt Hardy too. I was like big on WWF. I would only watch WWF when ECW and NWO came around. I always heard about them and I wanted to click over, but I'm like, no, I got to be loyal to WWF, so I never watched them. And then later on, maybe 10 years later, I realized, man, I should have watched. There was a lot of good stuff. And then I started going back and watching all the stuff that I'd missed. And like, man, I was missing the best stuff. Fully says Trish Stratus. That's another one. Trish Stratus was a banger. Sable was another one. She ended up marrying Brock Lesnar, apparently. Back when they tried to be wrestlers, but it was more about being pretty. Big A says if they're going to Saudi Arabia, it's because there is huge money being thrown at them. Oh, I guarantee it. If they get paid well, they won't care if they don't wrestle one event. That is true. I mean, are they going to pay all the female wrestlers to be announcers, though? They got a whole division of female wrestlers. They only need a few announcers. This should be interesting how
Man,
they
that's
work
like
that.
crazy news. I gotta research that later on. That's that's insane if that's true.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
like a couple of days ago when that came out, and I haven't heard much since. So, I mean, it was trending on Twitter, and I watched a couple of videos from like the Wrestle guys, but I don't know if it actually ended up coming true or not because I haven't heard anything like today. But I didn't think about it, so I didn't look into it. Fully says Sting was my man. Sting was a good one. He
Oh
never
no.
defected to the WWE, and you know they offered him tons of money back in the day, especially after the NWO days, and he never would do it. He was a loyal man, and I appreciate
Eh,
that.
It's funny too. Remember back, I had like those big ass like playset wrestling rings. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, I had those.
So we used to have like the big rubber uh WWF ones, right?
Yep.
And then they came out with like the smaller rings and they have like the little plastic toys, right?
Right.
And I remember like having like the WWF ones. The only WCW one I ever owned was Sting.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, because you had like Hogan and Macho
Of
Man and
course,
Warrior,
yeah.
right? But then like you'd be on the toy aisle and you look at WCW and you're like, eh. But then you see Sting with the cool face paint,
You
you
had
know
to
what I'm
have that
saying,
one.
looking,
Everybody
and you're
knew
like,
he was.
he can kick the crap out of, we'll get him rumbling. So we used to kind of just look the other way on that and just have him rumble with the WWF guys.
Yep. Jeff called out another OG Val Venus. He was the man. He was awesome to watch.
Val
He was
Venus.
actually a really good wrestler. I don't know why he didn't.
Hello,
He just
ladies.
disappeared. My favorite wrestler of all time ended up being Sabu. The maniacal, suicidal, genocidal. I don't know, but started watching all that ECW stuff, and he was doing stuff that nobody was even coming close to doing. He really was like the most innovative wrestler, in my opinion. Sting always came with a
No,
baseball bat. That's whenever he changed, though. At first, he didn't always come with a baseball bat. He used to be an all-American boy, but then when
yeah,
the NWO took over, he went to the dark side.
genuine, just hit. That's my favorite wrestler of all time, right there, baby.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Yep.
Oh man, I've seen some documentaries about him. That was a pretty good impression. We might hear an Ultimate Warrior race call one day, guys.
Like, oh yeah, brother. Get Warrior Hogan and Macho Man in the same booth, bro.
That's just
I'd have a
perfect.
stroke for
Yeah,
sure trying to
yeah.
do those three.
Yeah, Macho Man's a good one to do. I could even do Macho Man. Anybody can do the Macho Man voice. Fully says, loved the baseball bat from the roof. That was Sting's Crow persona. I really liked his Joker persona in TNA. If anybody watched that later on, he started wearing like Joker makeup and started kicking butt again. And that's when he had that crazy match with Jeff Hardy. I don't know if you ever saw it in TNA where Jeff Hardy came to the ring like all drugged out. He didn't know what was going on.
Oh, Legion of Doom. Yep, that was my tag team to watch besides the Rockers.
Now, I was big on
Uh,
Demolition, especially when they got the new guy, Crush.
yeah, I never cared for them. I was always the LOD guy.
They were the old school dudes. That's what I liked about him. You could just tell that one dude, he was like 60 years old and still wrestled for like 20 years. He was kind of
Yep.
chubby and everything, but he could still do everything. That's what I liked about him. Missing Link sounds familiar. I don't know. Is Missing Link the name of a wrestler? True Stunner says Goldberg was my favorite when I was a kid. Yeah, they pumped Goldberg up, and then Kevin Nash just ruined all of his momentum, and then Goldberg kicked Bret Hart and ruined Bret Hart's career. Oof. So I don't know. Goldberg, I kind of go both ways. I really liked his feud with Bill. What's his name? Oh, the guy that married Sable. I just said his name again. The recent feud that he had with Brock Lesnar was pretty good. Dennis Rodman was hands down the best wrestler alive. Dennis Rodman was not
Uh,
named Dennis Rodman when he was a wrestler. He was known as the Worm. And he
I'm
was
still waiting for someone to put low key, or at
low
least
key.
my favorite.
No, you know who I like is the guy who did the impression of Macho Man. They called him the Machismo, and then he did an impression of Ric Flair. It was Jay Lethal, and he did like the best impressions. That dude was so entertaining. I don't even know if he's a good
Huh.
wrestler. I just like watching his
I never heard
impressions.
of that guy.
Dude, you gotta look up Jay Lethal. They used to call him Black Machismo because he sounds just like the Macho Man. He would do Macho Man like that would just be his character for years, and he'd be the champion and stuff. And he'd just be Black Machismo, and he'd sound like Macho Man. And then when he got into TNA, he came out one time and he did the Ric Flair impression, and he sounded exactly like Ric Flair. Then he started feuding Ric Flair, where they're like wooing at each other. Dude, you got to see the clip where they're wooing at each other. One of my favorite clips of all time.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll check that out.
There's lots of good wrestling clips. One of my favorites is Booker T. Did you see the time when Booker T called Hulk Hogan the N word?
No, no.
That's like the most classic wrestling clip of all time. He was with Sensational Sherry as Harlem Heat, and they're doing a live interview during a pay per view, and he just gets hyped up, and he's like, Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you, N word.
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, yes. Now I do remember that. Actually.
It was so
Oh
hilarious.
man, because we used to get together at my boy John's house. Yeah, I remember his mom being like, she was just her face like jaw hit the floor, dude. Yes, yes, I do remember that.
And then
Oh
Sensational
my
Sherry was
God.
behind him, and she just starts laughing and puts her hands in the face. That's so hilarious. One of my favorite clips. It's just
Oh, dude, yeah, we're like unlocking wrestling memories now. That's crazy.
going down memory lane of WCW in that case.
Ooh.
All right,
But
guys, we
yeah,
got.
my boy was Ricky the Steamboat Dragon, man. That was
Ooh, yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. He was old school too. He was
oh,
had the
Ricky the
best, one
Dragon
of the best
Steamboat.
races of all time, or one of the best matches of all time. Speaking of races, we got the Puget Club Stakes coming up, y'all. Second to last race of the night. This is a 6 furlong race, and there's only 5 horses in it. This is what got us talking about wrestling. Chin Music is in this race. Let's see if Sweet Chin Music can come through with a victory. Good luck if you're in this race. Here we go.
Oh, that sweet chin music.
Alrighty, as we make our way to the track. First leg of the final daily double of the night, if there was such a thing. 5 horses, and they're off. Good start by all, but it's Chin Music gets the better of it here and jumps out to the lead along with Silver Surfer on the outside shoulder. And down on the rail, it's Light Beam, who tucks in here. Down on the rail for third, followed by King of Groovy in fourth. And Havoc will take up the last place spot here early on as they chase their way here in this 6 furlong left turning affair on the dirt in the Puget Club Stakes. Opening quarter in 23 and change. Modest pace here, and it's Chin Music who shows the way by one over Silver Surfer. And now it starts to scoot away quickly. Opens up by a length and a half, maybe two. But it's Silver Surfer here still holds sway by two, and his light beam down the rail in third. But now as a challenger of King of Groovy, as starts to accelerate from the back and moves up into third, as light beam drops back into fourth. And it's Havoc still trails away here as they already hit the turn and head for home. 200 meters to go, and it's Chin Music trying to take them wire to wire. But now it's got a little bit of company here as King of Groovy is starting to close quickly from the back of the pack. But there's not going to be enough room in the world as it's Chin Music taking it home over King of Groovy and Silver Surfer.
Sweet Chin Music takes the championship there for the Gauchos stable. And there was another good horse with a good name in there, Silver Surfer. I liked that name too. Silver Surfer got third place, also from Gaucho stable. This Gaucho guy is good at naming his horses. And Hazy Hills Karma gets second place with King of Groovy. We got one more race for you tonight. It is a grade 1 race. It's a big boy. It's a major race, as Mo would say. Starts in 3 minutes. The Dr. Sturdy Stakes. Let's get it all set up and ready to go. Let me get my page set up here for when the race begins so that we don't get rugged. Boom, because this is a grade 1 race. This is going to be an important one.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, guys, we always go live on Fridays and Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back again next week for Friday night races on Friday and Saturday night at the races on Saturday. And if you're interested in supporting the stream, Mo now has NFTs that you can buy to help support the stream that are really cool looking. They're 3D. Mo, maybe you can tell them more about it.
Yeah, so, well, we have the Booster Club NFT cards. I wish they were NFT when you brought them into Spatial, but unfortunately for now, they're basically just NFTs that you guys can use to help support us. It's split 50-50 between me and Volt, so it goes to, help us get some horses and try to participate a little bit more when the game goes live, all that good stuff. But we are looking into doing, maybe one of one, or maybe I'll do like 10 3D NFTs on a weekly basis for like races of the night, and we can do those as well. Maybe as giveaways, sell some, give some away. But yeah, we got some things coming out. I do wish that Solana was a little more flexible with the 3D images or 3D objects, because yeah, Spatial's cool, man. Like I said, I know BB Arcade does a lot of stuff in there,
Yep.
and I mess around there quite a bit with my own stuff. But yeah, it'd be cool if we could do some nice trophies. You know what I'm saying? Show off what we got.
Yeah, I think that'd be very cool, and they already start to look very nice. And a few people have already bought some, which we appreciate very much. That definitely helps the stable, or helps the stream to build our stables a little bit. I currently have 2 tickets. I guess was it considered a coat? I guess it'd be considered a stallion now. But I have one male horse and 1 female horse for tickets that are actually on the Solana blockchain. And I now have 5 of the Studley Stud PFPs, which will earn me crown tokens that I can trade in for Derby tokens when the game goes live. Big A says, ballpark, how much real money will it cost for a decent horse when this goes live? My ballpark would be 200. What do you think, Mo?
Well, if Solana keeps pumping the way it's going, it could be back to 1,000 before you know it. Because when I first started looking at horses in this game, man, it was like $1,000 to get involved.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably imagine if you're looking to get like a Generation Zero horse ticket, probably looking at like maybe 400 for something decent, you know?
That depends on the tier, though. You said for any Gen Zero, I would think that like a B plus or a horse would be a lot cheaper than that, right? I was thinking like 200 or 300 for a A or A minus horse, maybe. No.
Yeah, maybe 250 is a good number for like an A minus. Yeah, I'd say that's about accurate.
All right, guys. Good luck in this grade 1 race. Here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, final race of the night, Dr. Sturdy Stakes, major race. And they're off. And it's regal beginning. What a good start along with Royal Road and Pappy down at the rail. And it's Traqualo gets away in 4th. And also showing early speed, that's Gemini and Jimmy on the outside, along with St. Stephen from down in between horses. In 6th here early on, but only about 5 lengths to make up, as they're all chasing Silk Road, stable runner here, as they make their way into the first and only tone. That's Royal Road who shows here, but now down the rail, that's Pappy who sneaks by with Regal beginning on the extreme outside. Now it's Regal beginning and Pappy who start to duke it out here quickly as they make their way for home, and it's Regal beginning and Rickety John. Don't look now, it's Rickety John on the outside, but it's Regal beginning looking to hold strong, with Hickory Hills also challenging from down low, but it's Regal beginning with a great look here to start the Doctor's 30 Stakes in Season 12. It's Regal beginning over Hickory Hills and Rickety John.
Shout out to Regal beginning from Caspian Stables gets the win there, and shout out to Mo with Rickety John gets third place in a Grade 1 race. That's a pretty good finish right there. Let's go. That's Mo's only S tier horse. He's been doing all right for you, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, again, that's not gonna be a horse I own in the real game, but yeah, it's a decent looking horse.
All right, guys, appreciate y'all hanging out with us for Saturday night at the races. Great job, Mo, with the calls. Thank you for co-hosting with me. And like I said, we'll be back again next week for Friday and Saturday night races. Next Saturday night, we'll be having another foals night, so make sure you're getting your horses bred. Keep your eye on the marketplace. There's going to be lots of horses hitting the market, as you can see right there.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you as always, Vault. Good stuff hosting. Appreciate it. And yeah, chat. Y'all have a good week. And I will. I don't know. We have any drops on? Am I gonna see you on drop for BB anytime soon? What the hell's
Nothing
going
has
on
been
over
announced yet. I'm guessing we'll have a comic on Tuesday.
Okay. If not, I guess DC on Thursday. All right.
Exactly. Yep. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see y'all next week. Later.
Peace.